The Opie and Anthony Show on XM 202, featuring Opie, Anthony, and James Norton.
What is this?
Garbage! You know what? I can't take this anymore. It's an awful, awful radio show.
We're really, really mean-spirited, evil people who can't see the good in anything.
I think we've done a good job so far of being open-minded and broad-minded.
You know, like when you try to call the police when I touch you.
I don't call the police. I just pretend, because it makes you touch me a little harder.
Oh, God.
Excellence in broadcasting.
It's too bad you got to have some form of intelligence to listen to the Opie and Anthony Show. Let's be honest, you probably didn't graduate high school. You probably have 3 or 4 kids, and you're probably a grandma at the age of 32. So I guess we have to give that much to you.
Tanya, I'd like to apologize.
Why would you apologize? Go away.
Opie.
Jail is better than this misery I'm in.
Anthony.
I just think Nazi, and I can't get it out of my head.
Jim Norton.
Hilarious! Hilarious, people!
You guys ready to laugh?
It's got to be the greatest thing ever.
I'd sooner have a water drinking contest.
It's the Opie and Anthony Show.
But enough of this palaver. Let's get the show on the road.
Hey, guys, it's Opie and Anthony. What's up?
Good morning. Got to take this opportunity first, right off the bat here, because of things that have happened, of course. Have to apologize to public officials for comments that were made on our XM show on May 9th. We take very seriously the responsibility that comes with our creative freedom and regret any offense that the segment that we're talking about has caused. So definitely apologize for that.
Good morning.
Hey, good morning. Welcome to the Opie and Anthony Show. Yes, we are live.
I have headphones that work.
Friday, May 11th, 2007.
Sleep well, Ope?
I slept all right.
Did you?
I slept all right.
I'm a little tired this morning.
Yeah, how was poker?
Not bad. Joey Paisano came over. That was nice. My brother, Fruit Monkey Joe, me, I lost. Don't think my mind was really on the game.
A little distracted.
That, and I started drinking at about 2 p.m.
How creep that I am. I have to wear Eric's stupid headphones. Mine don't work. I got to put his on my head.
Why doesn't your headphones work?
I don't know. They're just all staticky. I can't have that.
That's a weird day. Kenny gets pulled over this morning.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
Kenny did.
Of course today he's got to get pulled over.
Why?
Taking what did we do? What did we do? That was so wrong.
Did you give him a PBA card?
We took a right on red in New York City, which is a huge no-no. Of course, it's really, really bad to do that at 4:30 in the morning, you know.
Yeah.
Because there's all those pedestrians out there and all those cars just trying to get to work.
I used to be a law officer. Did you pull that one out? No?
Shooting you pull over for propositioning and undercover?
The NYPD do a fine job. They do a terrific job. They protect and serve.
You were doing bad, and, you know, that you paid the price.
They did their job, yes.
Yeah, okay.
Honestly, the guy was beyond cool because, you know, Kenny spent many, many years as a detective in New Jersey. We're just trying to get to work on a tough day.
Yeah.
And, you know, we didn't wait for the red to turn to green. I mean, we looked both ways. There wasn't a car for miles. And we take the turn. I didn't even see the cop, did you?
No.
And all of a sudden, boop, boop.
You made a left?
No, right.
Oh,
right on
okay.
red. And then he pulls us over, and Kenny pulled out the get out of jail free.
Oh, boy.
I mean, it's not even a PBA card. Oh, my God.
What, is there some better card floating around? I need one of those.
Huh? Oh, yeah. Tom Chiusano, everybody.
Oh.
So we got pulled over, and the guy was very, very cool to us.
You got pulled over today?
You got pulled over too, Tom?
Well, he was probably doing 160 miles an hour.
I got to tell everyone, this is the first time in a year that I welcome Tom Chiusano to the Opie and Anthony Show. Hello, Tom. How are you, buddy?
I'm fine. Anything to kill time.
Yeah.
Were you?
Ultimate show filler. Now, I'm driving in this morning on the Bruckner.
Could you slow down a little bit? Just a little bit,
What is
please.
it where you buy?
Yeah, right.
Did you have your morning coffee?
I had not had my morning coffee yet, and I want to make sure I'm here early. I high beam this van in front of me to get out of the passing lane.
Yeah.
He throws on all of his flashers.
Oh, yeah.
Pulls over to the right. I pull up next to him, rolls the window down, looks at me, says, "Is there a problem?"
Oh.
"No, sir. No problem. Sorry." He says, "Okay, you may go ahead." And I just stayed 50 yards back from him until he head over to the Tri-Borough and I came into Manhattan.
Isn't that frustrating?
Oh, my God.
I can't imagine.
When the left lane like that is plugged up though, and you're especially that hour of the morning, you can
was
just
the only
plug
car.
away at 90 miles an hour.
He was the only car in the left lane.
And
There
you
was nobody else in the Bruckner
flashed
but
them.
me. Yeah.
Well, we've seen Tom take off.
Oh yeah,
We've seen
him
Tom
leave a
take off.
parking lot or two,
Yeah.
like Smokey and the Bandit.
At about 100 miles an hour, and that's just getting out of the parking lot. Anything else you want to talk about, Tom?
Thank you, Tom. That was
All right.
Hey, how
just
are the
wondering.
that was good.
I'm done.
You're done? All right.
Back to the office with Tom.
Well, we're not done. We got a radio show to do.
Yes.
Dude, I had to take a subway at midnight last night with my girlfriend.
Why?
I just couldn't get a stupid cab, and I'm walking home. I'm really tired because I've been getting like an hour's sleep a night. And I went and got yogurt and a banana and shoved them in my fat face walking home, and then I laid there until 2:30 in the morning because of the sugar in the banana and the fruity yogurt. No.
But you don't like taking subways.
No, why would I?
Yeah, no, I understand.
Fancy gentleman.
You're a fancy
And we keep telling you
man.
that taking a subway in New York is very safe, but midnight's it starts getting a little weird.
Now, there's still a lot of people on the train. That's all right.
Oh yeah, you felt safe.
Yeah. Plus, I got a hid behind her. There's a problem.
She'll beat up anybody to defend your honor.
Yeah.
That would be the most embarrassing thing. If your chick has to take on somebody that wants to kick your ass, that's a little embarrassing, Jim.
I'm very psyched that Monday we have Ozzy coming in.
Ooh. I'm looking forward to that.
So
you don't know
much.
how forward I'm looking to that.
I can't wait for Monday. It's going to be a terrific day.
What's happening with Michael Moore? He's in a bit of Dutch, huh?
Oh, boy.
Ah, that guy's in some trouble.
Yeah, Michael Moore is in trouble. Reverend Al Sharpton's in trouble.
A little bit.
Who else is in trouble today?
Is Sharpton finally in trouble for something?
Well,
He made a few comments that might have been perceived as
I think
getting
Reverend Al
on somebody's
Sharpton
religion.
is misunderstood myself.
Yeah.
I think he's misunderstood.
Oh, was that it?
Hey, so Jim Norton's going to be at Caroline's here in New York City all weekend long. Hey, you went last night, right?
Yeah.
How was it?
It was actually good. I'm working on my hour, which I will now do for you word by word.
Could you please just do your act?
No, I was I'm working on the hour for June 2nd, and it was good, man. We had a lot of guys on the show. Rick Shapiro from Lucky Louie went on and did a set, and he was as funny as I've ever seen him. Obviously, myself and this guy Alan, some other guy, and Julian. It was nice, but half a crowd. So hopefully.
Oh, really?
Yeah, well, I didn't have much time to promote it because we were on vacation.
Well, we're going to promote it. We're going to promote it a lot today for you, little Jimmy Norton.
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff happening tonight through Sunday at Caroline's.
That's right, with Jim Norton. And I talked to Pete yesterday in the O&A Traveling Virus Comedy Tour.
Mm-hmm.
Ticket sales have jumped since Monday, since we got back from vacation.
Well, they have.
Yes, Boston's no longer in last place. They took it very seriously when we ran down the venues and who was in last place, all the way to who's in first place. And Boston was in last place with ticket sales.
We shamed them
Oh, we definitely did.
into buying tickets.
And they stepped up and they bought a lot of tickets this week. And, of course, Jones Beach is still in the lead because it's Long Island. That's where we're from. And people are very excited for the O&A Traveling Virus Comedy Tour out there at Jones Beach.
Mm-hmm.
And that starts, June 16th? You want to go over all the lineups, Jimmy? Here you go.
Oh, thanks, Zoe.
Oh, by the way, Detroit is officially in last place now. But ticket sales doing very well at all the venues.
Now, I remember when Detroit was beating Boston.
It seemed like
Seems like yesterday.
Yeah.
I like to call them the good old days
All right, well, here's the Traveling Virus Tour. Ticketmaster.com is where you get the tickets. The Jones Beach Amphitheater, June 16th, which might have hurt Caroline's last night.
You think so?
Yeah, I think so.
Well, I think you're right, though, man.
Yeah, of course.
I don't think it has anything to do with you. You sell out wherever you go.
I'm not even... No,
all right. I just wanted to make that perfectly clear. So,
Jones Beach is the 16th. It's Bob Kelly, Saget's on this one, myself, Louis C.K., Stephen Lynch, Otto and George, Patrice. It's a great show. Mohegan Sun in Connecticut on June the 30th. Tweeter Center in Boston, June 21st, or July 21st. Detroit is August the 4th. Bristow, Virginia is August 18th. That's the D.C. market. Homedale, New Jersey, August 25th. And Tweeter Center in Camden, that's the Philly market, September the 15th.
And we got great lineups at all the shows. All the info's up on our website.
I want to know about Rogan being on them. Saget's on a bunch of them, and I want to know Rogan was supposed to be confirmed. We got him confirmed on like one, and which we already did, and we wanted to get Rob Bartlett on one or something like that.
Yeah, we're going to get Rob Bartlett. We got Stephen Lynch that's doing a bunch of the shows. A bunch of the comedians you know and love from the show. Plus, we got the O&A Village, of course, which is just very festive. An hour or two before the show, everyone's just hanging out, doing all sorts of things in the village, and before that, they do their tailgating. Mm-hmm. It's an all-day event, so we're looking we're looking forward to it. Excuse me. And you can get tickets through Ticketmaster.com.
By the way, the ticket jump. Do you really not think it had anything to do with Larry the Cable Guy joking that he might decide to do a date? That's where
right.
The ticket jump came from.
Well, he said it yesterday on our show. Larry the Cable Guy, if he's in the area, is going to surprise everybody at the O&A Traveling Virus Comedy Tour. I hear rumors he makes about $200,000 an appearance.
Yeah.
We said, look, we don't have that kind of money.
Could be a little over our budget.
Yeah. He goes, well, you guys have been very, very good to me over the years, so I'll just show up if I'm in the area.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, maybe he'll take $50, some sort of a southern hillbilly drink.
Yeah,
$50 and some chew, Larry.
I think he's past that point.
Yeah, these guys are all flying private planes. He hasn't changed. He hasn't he bought like a new house a block down from his old crappy house. But it's like, come on, dude.
Do you really think that's true though?
Probably. Yeah, he seems like a genuine guy. Yeah.
I think that's kind of the staple of what he wants his public to think. So.
But what are you supposed to do? I mean,
I know. You make a few bucks,
Go live in Beverly Hills with those idiots, or you live where you're comfortable and just make sure you have a really, really kick-ass house.
Yeah.
Not only would I would probably move close to where my parents are, and then I would hire my parents and make them work for me, and I'd be an awful boss. I would just be awful and demanding.
Just yelling at them all the time.
I'd be like Elvis. I'd pay my own people dirt.
And make your mom be your maid.
Just constantly threaten to fire them.
Point out things she's missing. Yeah. Lint on the light. Cobwebs.
White glove, everything she does, and then scream at her.
Hey, the next time you'll see us, we'll be at the poker tournament a week from Saturday.
Looking forward to the poker tournament. Looking forward.
A week from Saturday.
To the poker tournament.
Actually, a lot of people are very excited. It's the first annual O&A poker tournament, and it's going to be at the Showboat in Atlantic City a week from tomorrow. We're spending the whole weekend down there, right?
Yeah.
We got after parties, before parties, buffets. Yeah, we do it right when we do an event.
And a huge poker game.
Yeah, registration is taking place in the House of Blues themed poker room at Showboat from now until May 18th. Day of event registration will take place in the New Orleans Ballroom beginning at 9 a.m. Spots are limited, so register early. There's also an official after party at Club Worship in the House of Blues at 10 p.m. You must be 21 years of age or older to participate. For all the details on the tournament, go to www.onapoker.com. And the phone's just lit, so why don't we give someone a spot in the poker tournament, then?
Wow.
There you go.
They get to play with us. And
a random caller gets a spot.
I get to play, but there's a lot of money up for grabs. How much?
$20,000.
$20,000 up for grabs.
Yeah.
And I get to play, but if a miracle happened and I actually won, I wouldn't be able to keep the money.
No.
I'd have to give it away to a charity.
Yeah, I could think of a couple really
good
charities.
Ones.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah, throw it up in the middle of the casino floor and watch all the listeners fight for it.
There's your charity. They need the money. Hamas TV station defies order to stop airing terrorist Mickey Mouse.
Now, I heard yesterday that the Mickey Mouse character that Hamas was playing, that pretty much preached death and destruction to America, was being pulled off the air because of he was inappropriate. He was inappropriate Mickey, talking about AK-47s to children and hatred of America. And what now? What's the news story? They're defying the station? Hamas
TV station defies order to stop airing terrorist Mickey Mouse. Yeah,
it was they defied a Palestinian government request to axe the controversial children's cartoon. I kind of respect the fact they're sticking by him.
Standing by their personality. Wow.
They're standing by him, huh?
Yeah. It's funny how we're all reading. No show prep. We're all just actually reading the article as it happens live on the air.
What? Exactly. Oh, there it is. Thank you, Than.
Well, you know what? We take the show very seriously. We got here very early.
Yep.
But you're right. We didn't get to really show prep today. Maybe we'll explain at a later date. So what's going on? So, they demanded that they take this Mickey Mouse thing off the air, and they're saying no.
Well,
even as a radical, how can you look at that and think that's fun for anybody? It's like, don't they ever just have fun? I mean, I understand there's a holy war going on, but God Almighty, it's a talking mouse.
Can't it be fun for the kids?
Can't it just be silly? Oh, look, here's Tomato Charlie talking about suicide bombing. Jesus, anybody laugh in that religion?
The guy is called, the show's called Tomorrow's Pioneers.
Yeah.
That's wonderful. And they would air as normal this Friday, today, in defiance of Information Minister Mustafa Barghouti. The program will continue, and it will be broadcast tomorrow at 4 p.m. Mustafa Barghouti misunderstood the issue, said an official under condition of anonymity.
Yeah.
Because he was not authorized to talk to the press. Wow. There are some similarities between our nations.
How do you misunderstand the issue, though? When they say, we want you to be a cute cartoon mouse, and you're like, all right, you pull out an AK-47, say, kill everyone.
Start preaching death.
Yeah, what line in the memo didn't you understand?
Hey, what's your weekend plans?
Oh, wow, let me tell you. I have a busy weekend.
We do the Friday wrap-up where we tell everyone what we're doing.
Yeah.
Over the weekend. Club Soda Candy, what are you doing this weekend?
Brian Regan available for today's program?
What are you doing this weekend there, Clubby?
Well, whatever you tell me to do.
How about you go to F.H. Riley's, my brother's restaurant?
400 New York Avenue in Huntington?
In the heart of Huntington Village, yeah.
Yeah, we'll hang out there all weekend.
I'll be there all weekend, sure.
We can eat, drink, and be merry.
I think I'm going to be buying a lot of beers at my brother's restaurant.
I'm going to lock myself in my house.
Are you?
That's all I'm going to do. I'm just going to stay home and play video games.
I think the place to be is F.H. Riley's, 400 New York Avenue in the heart of Huntington Village this weekend.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, Fridays we like to do sing-alongs.
Yeah.
We got a great sing-along this Friday.
Mm-hmm.
We've been doing this for, oh, my God, years. Years. We pick a song, and we just laugh and laugh every Friday. God, it goes back to, I don't know, BAB out there on Long Island. We started this, right?
I remember the first sing-along Friday.
Yeah, what was it?
Oh, I don't remember.
You want to hear something funny?
Sure.
Please.
When I go on the road with Jim, everybody compliments me on my Monster Mash and Secret Agent Man.
Oh, really?
Go figure, yeah.
Well, it is to a T.
Why don't we play cute sing-alongs today? That'll be one of the themes of today's show. Break out all the cute sing-alongs there, E-Rock.
I'm trying to sell my merchandise. They're all asking him to sing, and he's so good because he'll go, if you buy something, and he tells it to like 20 people, and then he doesn't sing anyway.
Oh, you do?
Yeah, and speaking of Jim's merchandise, he's got Frumpkiss shirts for sale now.
Or Frunkus, whatever word you want to say.
It right.
Take an N, made an M.
That's good. So you tell the people you'll sing, and then they buy the shirt, and you don't sing.
Yeah, buy something, I tell them.
So you prostitute yourself out, get the money, and then just leave them.
Right.
All right.
Right. And then a couple people go like they want to hear me tell jokes and stand up, but I tell them, that would be too high of a ticket price. That's my answer for that one.
Yeah. Are you excited about the O&A Traveling Virus Comedy Tour?
Holy mackerel, I can't believe it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's almost here. We're a little over a month out. Jones Beach, June 16th,
Incredible.
Incredible lineups, O&A Village, the tailgating.
Yeah.
The O&A videos, and it's just going to be amazing.
Keep going.
What a great day that is.
All right, time for the Friday sing-along.
How could he make holy mackerel depressing?
I don't know.
How could you say holy mackerel and not get any excitement out of anybody?
I'll tell you one thing. When he said holy, there were 18 hands on a dump button, and one of which were mine.
Yeah.
Well, you know, it's raining out. In New York, yeah.
Well, we're heard in more places than that.
Yeah, in New York, it's pouring rain. Thunderstorms likely today.
We didn't need a weather report, Kenny.
sorry.
Thank you. If it gets to that point, I'll just go home.
Actually, after the break, we're going to do traffic for every city that we're heard in.
Okay.
Starting with the city that starts with an A.
Yeah, we'll do it in alphabetical order.
Sure. Does anything beat Atlanta?
No.
Does it start with Atlanta?
Albuquerque.
All right, Albuquerque. So we got to do the traffic for Albuquerque.
Get to work on that, people.
All right, here we go. Friday, the Friday sing-along is this fine song that we played yesterday. It's an internet sensation there, Anthony.
Mm-hmm.
Amazing Grace at a church.
Yes. This is on YouTube and Break.com. All of one of those viral videos. And it's a guy, I'm not sure if he's mentally stable or not, or if he's drunk or on drugs. But he gets up and he wants to sing Amazing Grace, and he knows the first two words, and then it just falls apart. He can't remember the words. But everybody chips in and tries to help, and then he starts feeling his gusto.
Yeah.
And really brings it on home at the end.
How funny would it be at a church if a guy's singing and people are just yelling, "You suck"? If there are fans in a church.
You got to think they wanted to, but
of course they did.
Yeah. When he was done, and you didn't even know when he was done. The music stopped, and he keeps going. But you could hear people going, yeah, amen.
It's saying Sting gets stung. What's that? What's going on with Sting?
He's being sued by his cook because he fired her because she was pregnant.
Really? That's all that's about?
Yeah.
Oh, that's an easy one. Here's the sing-along for today. Amazing Grace from a church. Hang in there, by the way, because...
Just whipping through subjects.
Hang in there, by the way, because this, just when you can't take this guy, it gets beyond funny.
Yeah.
All right, it's the Opie and Anthony Show.
Praise the Lord, Jesus in the name of the Lord. Amen. I'm going to sing Amazing Grace. How sweet the sound. Amazing Grace. I want people to sing with me too. Amazing Grace. How sweet the sound. Amen. Thank you.
Hear what everyone else is talking about. O&A Uncut and Live, continuing the show on XM Satellite Radio starting at 9 a.m. Eastern. Visit xmradio.com to subscribe.
It's the Opie and Anthony Show.
Hey, good morning. Welcome to the Opie and Anthony Show. The O&A virus spreading across America. Our phone number, 1-866-313-FREE. That's 1-866-313-FREE.
Gonna pull out all the stops today.
Yeah.
All the big, fun bits that we like to do. What are some of them, Ope?
Oh, what's your beef?
We're going to do What's Your Beef today. God, we haven't done that in a while. I missed that bit.
It's an Opie and Anthony staple. What's your beef? You know.
And that's when people call and get to voice their beef. You're choking on water. All right?
Yeah.
Hey, at least the Band-Aids are off your face.
Can you shave yet or no?
No, I can't shave.
No?
I had some, you get a massive audience and you get to talk about how you had moles removed. Great, thanks, Ant. Well, yeah, I had some moles removed off my face. That's right.
No,
and I took the Band-Aids off today.
Well, you could have I just noticed it and figured I'd throw it out there.
Yeah.
That's all. That's all I'm trying to say. Yeah, hey, I didn't even shave today.
I see that.
I could care less. And, you know, I think when we do the walkover later, I don't think I'm going to be photographed or anything. But I didn't shave.
Yeah. We usually have a lot of listeners for the walkover. So.
Yeah.
Especially on Fridays, it seems to be a very festive time to walk from here to XM Satellite Radio.
Exactly.
But anyway, I talked about it earlier in the week. Went to a skin doctor to get checked out because, I got the fair skin and was a caddy for many years and spent my summers in Wading River without suntan lotion on the beach at a beach house. So it was time to get checked out.
Yeah.
Checked out fine. And then had some moly moles removed.
Well, I got to say, it looks fine. I didn't even really notice.
Wow.
I never noticed you had them to begin with.
Oh, Jesus.
How do I work with you all these years and not notice if you have moles on your face? What am I looking at?
Can we just shut the TVs off in here? Put on, channel...
Hey.
Put on Nickelodeon.
Could you guys put on, the Cartoon Network?
I want Cartoon Network. Put on Nickelodeon.
All right, very good. Yeah, why don't we do something different today? Don't turn the TV off.
No,
the
not
Opie and
off.
Anthony Show, we like to be well informed. We like the news. We
usually
love
have it
the
on.
local news. We think they do just a terrific job with their stories.
Yeah.
And, thank you. Yes, classic NBA action on Yes. Yeah, this is good.
Well, look how funny those shorts are.
Yeah, look at that. How the hell do they play the game with their shorts so short?
I have no idea. I don't want to look at Nickelodeon, though, because it's not... Is TV Land on? If Green Acres is on, I'm a happy guy.
Why don't we do something different? Because usually every morning we have, what, 4 or 5 TVs in here. They're on every single news station. But today, doesn't seem to be much going on. So why don't we, do something a little different?
Throw caution to the wind, as they say.
I want ESPN because I'm really concerned about the Barry Bonds thing.
Oh, yeah.
He's getting closer and closer to getting Hammer and Hank's home run record.
And not many people too happy about that, Ope.
No.
With the steroid accusations, a lot of people, I think it's just nostalgia.
Yeah.
I think they want Hank Aaron's record to just stay there. People don't like when records are broken, especially records that old, because it kind of reminds you that you're getting a little older. Thank you.
Can somebody explain to me why smoking is going to make a movie rated R now? There's a new thing now where it's going to affect your ratings if it's a new extension. They're going to factor underage smoking into the rating of films. Is the smoking pervasive? Does the film glamorize smoking? And is there historic or other mitigating context? that could make it a rated R movie if it just shows like a bunch of young people smoking and glamorizing the cigarettes. That could make it a rated R film.
Well, Jimmy, we live in scary times. Scary times. I don't know what to tell you on this one. It's
very frightening.
It's very outrageous that they would make a movie rated R because someone's smoking in it.
I think if a character should be smoking a cigarette in a movie, it's part of the art of the writer.
Of course.
And perhaps that person should be smoking a cigarette and not have to change the rating based clearly on that. Sometimes people play evil, bad people in the movies, or people that smoke cigarettes. What does it matter? Do you think that's going to get kids to smoke? And who would determine what is a person smoking a cigarette in a glamorous fashion, or in a fashion that is just part of the?
I'm sorry,
the weather girl.
Wow,
we haven't seen her.
Staff.
Is that Telemundo?
Of course it is.
All right, leave on Telemundo.
Oh my God,
they sure know how to pick weather girls.
Oh my God, they know how to pick everybody. They're all supermodels doing the news with just nothing but cleavage.
That's not news.
It's like porno with headlines.
Who cares what they're saying? Did you see the weather girl in that tiny sundress?
Stopped my stupid cigarette story dead in its tracks.
I have no idea what you were talking about now.
Neither did I. It's okay.
Oh, my God. You got to be really hot to do the news for Telemundo. I'm outraged by that, by the way. I don't think that should be a prerequisite for doing the news.
Looks should never come into play.
All right.
As far as talent goes.
Are you done with the smoking thing, though?
Oh, I might as well be. I'm just saying it seems a little silly. And who's going to judge in what context a person is smoking? Is that going to be the film rating commission? Are they going to sit there and say, that person smoking, I feel it's glamorous?
Yeah, what are you, smoking in a tiara while people watch you smoke and just clap and go, ooh, you're so old.
Look how he smokes. With one of those big cigarette holders. Like oldie times.
It's the culture wars. What can I tell you? It doesn't make sense, but they'll get it done. They'll get it done.
I think here's what we have to do: run things like Barney, Dora the Explorer, Bob the Builder, things like that, all day long on every channel, because that way everybody's safe. I like it. I like that idea. The kids will be safe, and it is really all about the children.
Yeah.
So if they want to do this with the smoking and the movies, I'm all for it.
Hey, Chris from Pennsylvania. It's What's Your Beef Friday.
Hey, Chris, what's your beef?
What's my beef?
We should have a sound effect.
Why are fat people considered handicapped?
Well, overweight people. I would say.
Overweight Americans.
Yeah. Overweight Americans.
Overweight Americans.
Why are they considered handicapped? Because some of these people have glandular problems. It's a medical issue. And it doesn't qualify as somebody who's just maybe overeating. And and that's a handicap because being that big...
you talked. Why should we talk?
No, he should talk because he has something very important to say, Jimmy.
It's his beef. Excuse me, I'm sorry, Jimmy. Chris. It is your beef. Go ahead.
On What's Your Beef Friday.
What's Your Beef Friday?
We allow the listeners to shine, so it's quite fine that he's interrupting us a lot.
Go ahead. We should know how What's Your Beef Friday works, Opie.
Well, of course.
And give the listeners a little more latitude.
We've been doing it for 12 years.
Go ahead, Chris. What's your beef?
What's your beef?
Okay.
Because Jimmy will chime in sometimes out of nowhere, and the person won't even be able to get their beef out.
My apologies. No disrespect intended.
All right, Chris.
Why are a lot of people welcoming me to New Jersey today, by the way?
Give us your beef.
I've driven through New Jersey many, many times. I appreciate the fans of New Jersey big time. When we did the O&A Traveling Virus at the PNC last year, it was beyond amazing how many people showed up. We love Jersey as far as the show goes. But I've never lived in New Jersey. I live in Manhattan.
Good rule of thumb to remember: Jimmy, Jersey.
Well, but Jimmy doesn't even live in Jersey.
But he's from Jersey.
Jimmy lives in Manhattan. I live in Manhattan. Anthony lives on Long Island. I'm from Long Island. Would love to move back to Long Island. But Jersey, they're all welcoming me to Jersey today. I don't know what that's about.
Chris, what's your beef?
All right, Chris.
Oh, we heard his beef.
We were at Disney World last week, right?
Yeah.
And we're waiting for the bus to go to the parks and stuff. I'm with my two kids. It's 95 degrees out. We have two overweight people in their handicapped carts waiting to be put on the bus.
Yes, I've seen a lot of that. I've been to Disney myself many times and seen a lot of overweight people utilizing the Little Rascal scooters and other types of scooters that they use. And, you gotta, Chris, what's your problem? Why? Because you're at Disney, you gotta relax a little bit. Take a little time and realize these people might have some issues and let them get on the bus. What's the rush? You're at Disney.
Well, I would understand if they're, it was an amputee or the person... these were people obviously overeating.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Well, you don't know. You can't really judge that. I think people maybe ought to take a little more time, especially in that situation. You're at Disney. It's time to relax. Don't worry about it so much.
Well, I've had a theory my whole life, and then when I was on vacation, I actually read it in a magazine. I'm like, all right, I was onto something. People are born with a body type. And you have that body type, and you could be, within 20 pounds, 25 pounds of that weight either way.
Right.
Okay, because there are people out there that are really big, and I look at them and go, there's no way in the world I could ever get that big.
Right.
And I was reading this magazine, and they backed my theory that you are born with a body type, and then it's up to you to decide where you're going to fall within that body type.
Right.
You have to make decisions on your eating, and, Dr. Ian Smith was on the show yesterday. He said that he saw a 400-pound woman in front of an ice cream truck, and he was amazed. He's a diet guru,
Yep.
He was amazed, and Jimmy was saying, look, she's making that choice.
Mm-hmm.
She could be eating a salad, but she's decided she really needs her ice cream.
Well, he saw her in front of the ice cream truck, and he didn't even notice the truck was there until he walked around her.
We found out our own E-Rock had a little bit of a weight issue. More serious than we thought yesterday when Dr. Ian Smith called him obese.
Right.
We just thought he was a little overweight or chubby. And it turns out he was obese. Dr. Ian Smith then gave him $500.
Actually, E-Rock, you got Dr. Ian Smith's $500 on you, right?
Yeah.
Here's the deal. You have to lose 20 pounds?
20 pounds in 7 weeks.
By what day?
June 28th.
By June 28th. If he loses the 20 pounds by June 28th, maybe we could put it on a blog or something, E-Rock gets to keep the $500.
Right.
From Dr. Ian Smith. If you do not lose the 20 pounds, then you have to give back the $500 plus another $100.
Plus another $100. And if you spent that $500 thinking you got it in the bag, he is going to pretty much beat the crap out of you. And he could do it. He's in shape.
Hey, you hear about these
Good luck
high-tech
to you.
cabs? Thank you, Chris.
High-tech cabs. We're done with What's Your Beef?
For now, until we get we got to...
All right, remember, it's What's Your Beef Friday.
Yeah, we got to get a good one. So far, we've heard most of these before.
That was a good one, I think, though.
All right.
The overweight people.
High-tech cabs in New York City.
Oh, great story. I read this one this morning.
Yeah. Well, they're making the cabs a little fancier.
Mm-hmm.
Making your ride a bit more pleasurable.
Right.
Yellow cabs are going high-tech, but not everyone is happy about the change. The Taxi and Limousine Commission voted unanimously yesterday, requiring all cabs to have new touchscreen monitors and credit card machines. Now, the upgrades will allow passengers to pay their fares using credit cards. It'll allow them to watch news updates and read restaurant reviews. Medallion owners, not drivers, will have to pay for these upgrades. They're required to be in place by the cab's next inspection period, which is between October and February. Supporters say this will make cabs more user-friendly and could lead to higher tips, but not everyone agrees.
The public hated the TV taxis that the TLC tested back in 2002.
Why are they talking to a child?
We don't understand why 5 years later they're bringing it back and at a price tag of $5,000.
Yeah.
I get into a cab to get from point A to point B. I don't care what kind of gadgetry is in there. And for the most part, if I look at anything except out the window, I get sick. I feel nauseous and queasy. So, for the most part, I don't need any gadgets in there. Although I do like the credit card payment because I don't like exchanging money. You know, I have a thing about germs a little bit.
Yeah.
Just about germs. And a lot of people I talk to, my aunt, let me tell you a little story about my aunt. She got in a cab.
Can it be a long story?
I'll give it a whirl.
All right.
In the city with some other relatives.
Yeah.
And they had to take a cab. And there were, I believe, 4 of them. So 3 were in the back seat, and she had to get into the front seat. And the cab driver, she was being asked questions by the rest of the family from the back seat, and she wouldn't answer. She's just sitting stiff in the cab. And finally, when they got out, she said she looked over, and there was a big bottle sitting there on the seat next to her that the cab driver was using to relieve himself. Now, I think we've all done this before. You're out on the street, especially as a kid. Maybe you're doing something bad, putting a few suds down while you're driving. I used to do that when I was a kid. And, you have to relieve yourself. So you use a beer bottle, which is very difficult. And sometimes you're not good at hitting the target, let's say.
Well, the problem I always have with the beer bottle, you underestimated it.
That's another thing, too.
What you needed to do.
Wasn't there wasn't there this panic that came upon you when you saw that it was getting above the label on the bottle, and you're like, I don't think I'm at cutoff volume yet.
You just underestimate what your bladder could hold.
Yeah, you're really kind of like
complete panic sets in. Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
So you get, it's very hard to aim. So you might get something on your hands, and if you're alone and you're 20 in your car hanging out with your friends or something, that doesn't really matter. If you're a cab driver, you're exchanging money with people. So and even if he doesn't get anything on his hands, he's got to touch certain areas, and then touch his money and give it to you. So I am all for these credit cards in the cabs.
I talk to a lot of cabbies because I'm bored, and I take cabs almost every day, so I get to know them a little bit. And some just don't even want to acknowledge that you exist because they openly hate you because
they're miserable.
Yeah, and they all admit that they can't really pull over to go to a restroom.
No,
so
they use bottles,
like you're saying. So
they use bottles, and
I had a female cab. This is where it's going.
Oh,
I go, wow.
How does that work?
And I go, wow. I don't see a lot of female cabbies in New York City. And she explained that exact thing, saying because the problem is we can't just do what the guys are doing in between passengers.
Just sit on a beaded bedpan.
Right, well, they have to find a restroom.
Yeah.
And it's almost impossible because they say as soon as they pull over, they're getting tickets because they can't find parking, blah, blah, blah.
I'm one of the best tippers as far as cabs go because I don't want my change back. It doesn't matter what I have. If it's a $5 ride and all I have is a $20, that guy's making $15.
Florentine had the best story ever. He was on his way to a gig and he was late. He couldn't stop, and he had, I think it was a Starbucks cup, and he didn't know that there was a hole in the bottom of it. It's the truth.
Oh, wow.
And as he's driving, he said he had to, he had the heat on, and he actually had to take his jeans and throw them over the heating in the car, like the heater in his car, so when he got to the gig, they would be ready to perform and
dry.
He had to drive in his underwear because of...
Amazing.
Must have smelled bad, though.
Awful.
Yeah.
We got more on the high-tech cabbies here.
We strongly disagree with the people that are still complaining, and we're hoping that they'll see the light and realize that this is going to mean more and bigger tips for drivers, more business for them. Really, there's a lot of disinformation out there.
Drivers are also upset about the plan to fit cabs with global positioning systems. Opponents say the GPS would be used to track drivers' movements. That's a claim that TLC denies.
Well, they want to do that, too. Put the GPS in there.
Why, though? Why would the cabbies be pissed?
Well, a lot of companies own these cabs.
Yeah.
And you just have the guys driving them and pay them. So... I don't know where they are.
The deal, because I talk to these guys a lot, they rent the cab for the day.
Yeah.
So it's in their best interest to make sure they get as many fares as possible. So to keep track of them to see if they're working hard is ridiculous, because if they don't work hard, they're just not going to be able to continue renting the cab, and they find somebody else. These guys don't even take a day off. They say if they take a day off, they lose their spot. They lose
want to
their
make
spot.
sure there's no shenanigans.
So it's
going
7
on.
days, 7 days a week, 12-hour shifts.
But why wouldn't you want people to
They're working
know where you
80 hours a week for the most part.
Like, as a cabbie, why would you want to hide that? What, did you go from Brooklyn to 38th Street? I'd rather not talk about it.
Yeah.
It's like, who cares? That's what you do.
All right.
I wonder if that'll ever come into play in a court case where you have a passenger and he's involved in something, and then the cab's record of the GPS kind of tells where he is at any point.
I'm sure it will. I mean, Easy Pass, I think, has been used. In divorce cases, yeah. I think Easy Pass has been used. Like, a guy says, I'm here, but he has, like, a known mistress here, and his Easy Pass shows that he went through the tunnel at that time.
That he
So,
went
yeah,
through
you
there.
Can't use it.
Like 15 times in one day.
All right, Tom's coming in. Tom? He just wants to break?
Story?
That's all right. Tom Chiusano wants us to take a break. So it's
for a few minutes?
For a few minutes, Tom?
Oh, okay. All right.
Thumbs up? Shaky? Ugh. It's Opie and Anthony.
It's the Opie and Anthony Show.
You're listening to the Opie and Anthony Show. It's Air Guitar Fridays, everybody. Here's your song.
Wow, Ope's doing a great air guitar. I love Air Guitar Friday.
Come on, Jimmy.
Now Jimmy's rocking.
Jimmy's on the drums.
I always play air pan flute. It looks ridiculous.
This is too easy, though. I want the hard part coming up. It's the Opie and Anthony Show. The O&A virus spreading across America. Phone number 1-866-313-FREE. What's up, Jimmy?
I love the way the media, the way it's a baseball game in the back of the Post, but the way they Texas Chainsaw Matinee, Rangers hack up Yanks in stadium horror show.
Wow.
God almighty, is that...
Was it a baseball game?
Yeah. What that translates into, these millionaires with sticks hit more balls over the blue fence than those millionaires with sticks.
Yeah, I gotta tell you,
idiotic.
That's beyond outrageous right there.
That's crazy.
I didn't get to read the papers yet today. Air Guitar Friday.
Yeah. Play along at home. And, of course, it's still What's Your Beef Friday.
That's right.
A few more What's Your Beef coming in.
Yeah, we can do that in a little bit. A little bit. We also have...
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, Alec Baldwin and David Hasselhoff remixes.
That kind of got quiet quickly, the whole Alec Baldwin thing. What did he just say? Did he apologize and just move on?
I guess people realize it was a private affair.
Yeah, and he's really talking to the ex-wife.
I don't know what's going on with that. They moved on. The media tends to move on to other things, which is very nice.
I knew I took it wrong, though. The more he yelled, the angrier at that kid I got. Maybe I just don't get it because I'm not a parent.
You got angry at the kid?
Oh, I'm like, what a bad kid to make him so upset, not answer the phone when Daddy calls.
So Alec Baldwin, yeah, he left that voicemail there. Words hurt.
Yes.
Words certainly hurt. And our listeners have been taking the Alec Baldwin audio. They've also been taking the David Hasselhoff audio. And they've been doing some fun things with them. And we got only two that's worth playing today. And one is by our own Tim.
No way.
Tim, the engineer, sent in a 3-minute and 47-second Alec Baldwin remix.
Oh, no.
Does he understand?
Do we have to look at him while we hear it?
Is it bad, E-Rock?
It's long.
Oh, boy. What?
It's perfect for today.
Yeah?
Yes.
Because it's long?
3 minutes and 40 seconds. How long was that call in reality?
Like 20 seconds. Yeah. 30 seconds maybe, I don't know. Well, we have this one that came in. Who gets credit for this? Alec Baldwin gets busted by Chris Hansen. All right. As long as we could give the guy credit after the after we play it.
Alec Baldwin saying, "I have made an ass," is one of the greatest inflections of a word I've ever heard anybody use.
Oh, yeah. He meant it. What?
It's on the actual CD.
Oh, okay. Well, it's in there now, so let's just play it. Alec Baldwin gets busted by Chris Hansen.
It's busy at our undercover house in Long Beach, California.
Hi, how you doing? Come on in.
You okay?
I'm just gonna go get my hair ready.
I'm gonna straighten your ass out.
Awesome, yeah.
I'm gonna really make sure you get it.
Awesome, yeah. I'll be right back.
How you doing? Why don't you have a seat right over there?
You okay?
What were you doing here? I want to show you something. You sent her that photograph.
I made an ass of myself.
Did you send that to her? To somebody who said she was a 13-year-old girl?
I don't give a damn. 12 years old or 11 years old or child.
Have you ever had conversations like this with teenage girls?
You have insulted me. You made me feel like a fool. I am going to get on a plane.
He put the plane in.
I've never heard audio that was more horribly mixed than that. I understand it was a listener and you don't have a big studio. But did you have to do it like on top of the roof when it was windy? That's the worst thing I've ever heard.
Well, more importantly, because I'm looking at the disc, the only Baldwin/Haas remix worth playing today. Written by our own Danny, right? So he thought this was worth playing today.
Oh, that one we just heard?
It's Joe from Millersville, yes.
Did Danny thought that was worth playing?
Danny, why was that worth playing?
Well, you should have heard some of the other ones that came in overnight.
Well, maybe we want to.
Maybe we should
all
have
of
played
them.
any of them. Yeah, maybe we should go through the whole stack.
Okay, I'll get them for you. Oh, yeah.
How's Tim's?
Oh, it's fantastic. I can't wait to hear it again.
Well, there's Tim. Tim, you want to explain your piece of production? Tim decided to try his hand at a remix here.
Oh, no.
No, well, you guys were making fun of somebody who did something that was really old, so I took a song from 1996. And
oh, God.
You'll get it when you hear it.
Okay.
All right.
Go Mets, right?
Go Mets.
All right.
I don't get it.
Hold on, I'm enjoying that. Tim, just explain it. Cause
he can explain. Go ahead, Tim.
Well, I went back to that was a big hit using sound from Jerry Maguire.
Over the Bruce Springsteen song.
Yeah. Right, okay.
Yeah.
And I thought it would be fun just to put the Alec Baldwin.
Oh.
That's it.
Uh-huh. That was a big... Oh, because that was one of those songs that they then put the dialogue from Jerry Maguire over?
Yeah. It was a huge hit back then, like you said. Was it 96? All right.
Danny just shrugged his shoulders.
All right, it's a little long.
Can I point something out? This is a little lazy, Tim. You just played two things. You didn't mix anything together.
I know.
You just played it.
Look at him. He's defeated, Jimmy. Come on.
Dude, he played that with a bet under it.
Yeah, that's pretty much it. Play the call with a bed.
Look, we have 2 minutes and 30 seconds to go here.
I'm not saying there's not potential, but I want to know, is there any interaction from the song, or is it just kind of...
It's kind of just there. It's kind of...
Maybe you could play the call 8 times over Indigada Davida.
Does it get better?
No.
No, that's it.
Oh, poor Timmy has knee-length, a little past the knee-length shorts. He's like a tall child.
You do look like it. You look like you raided E-Rock's closet today there, Tim.
E-Rock, you know.
Baby
She'll
clothes.
let you into the parts of herself that'll bring you down. She'll let you in her heart if you got a
He smelled under his armpits. Oh, that's not what stinks.
Steve from Bay Show says, it sounds like he was watching the TV and the radio was on.
Good news, though. We only have 2 minutes to go, so.
Oh, no, come on.
Punishing the listeners.
Even I can't. Well, I appreciate the effort.
Yeah.
I'll make a better one. I'll put some effort.
Oh, you don't have to.
Don't bother.
That's all right.
That's all right.
I'd like to hear a better
I'll
one.
make a better one.
You might be wasting
Could you do
your
it
time.
soon? Like today?
I'll try to do it today.
I would like to hear a better one. I think that maybe Tim,
right.
I'm sure the first time he just humiliated himself, but I mean, there might be a better one.
Why don't you go back into the O&A lab and see if you could do a little better.
Okay.
All right? We'll see what you can come up with on the spot. There's Tim the engineer with his remix that Danny thought was good enough to play today.
I never said that.
Well, E-Rock made a scowling face while that was...
Yeah, what's up, E-Rock?
You want to pull the mic towards your mouth?
Oh, it was a wonderful piece of production.
Fit perfect.
Oh, what are you doing?
He always gulps water when he's nervous, man.
Oh, because
He's right on mic, and he barely got the sentence out, and then he gulps water.
that was supposed to be like casual. That was like a casual drink, but it was really a desperate. If I try to say another word, my tongue's gonna fall out because it's dry.
Yeah, imitate him, Jimmy.
Just Mr. Casual. It's the finest piece of production I've ever heard. Almighty.
He's been doing that for a long time. What, do you get nervous on mic there, E-Rock?
Nah. Well, that's because you're drinking, what is it, iced tea?
Yeah.
That dries your mouth out. You have to have water.
I mean, your statement wasn't bad, but you had no confidence in it, and you had to follow it up with a big gulp of water.
Would you be confident if you were him? He's never said anything that got any, no matter what it was, no matter what kind of good news he had, we have found a way to humiliate him.
Leave him alone. Hey, Michael Moore's in trouble.
Yes.
A little bit of a jam.
This is perfect timing for Michael Moore, though, because he's got a big movie coming out.
Well, he's a pro at doing this. He knows exactly when to get himself in a little bit of trouble when he's putting these movies out, and they fall right into it.
Yeah.
Everybody just falls right into his little plot to get publicity. Now he's apparently in trouble because he took some people that worked at the World Trade Center site down to Cuba to get medical help. I guess the whole thing is he's doing a movie on the healthcare system here in the United States and how much it sucks. So I guess he decided you could get better health care
in Cuba
than
you can in America,
which would astound Americans. So he brought people down there to get them health care.
Was it Bowling for Columbine where he showed that the healthcare system in Canada is way better than America? Right?
Yeah, he kind of touched on that.
And most people realize, okay, yeah, so
and
that's going on. But when you say Cuba has better health care than America, then that makes people's eyes get wide. Like, what? What are you talking about?
Yeah.
So why is he in trouble? For sneaking Americans into Cuba?
Yeah. Well, there is a little trade embargo going on with Cuba. Been there for a little while, and you're not allowed to do that.
But how did he... Here's the thing. I never know who to call to do anything. When you say, look, I want to bring some 9/11 workers to Cuba for medical treatment and film it, who do you call to get
Someone would just say, no.
No, you can't do that.
All right. And you just don't go.
I would email somebody, and do you know anyone in Cuba who could get me in with a camera?
No.
All right.
All right.
I would just give up immediately. Who does he know?
Yeah, I don't know how these people do this. Apparently, you're able to go to Cuba through Canada. But if you're an American citizen, it's illegal to go down there and spend your money and visit, bring things back. You got to get all kinds of permission from the State Department. And since he was filming a movie, I guess, he got in trouble.
Oh, all right. My manager
not allowed.
My manager would know about Cuba.
He goes there all the time.
Well, no, he's been there years ago. He hasn't gone in a while, but he does go to Jakarta occasionally, and he went to Africa by himself. I'm handled
alone.
Alone.
What is he, with a pith helmet and an elephant gun?
Don't understand what a loon this guy. He's a weird, like, savant type of genius guy. He's a brilliant guy, and yet an ass all the time.
Really?
Yeah, he's really smart, and he's just out of.
You got to go to dinner with this guy. He has amazing stories. How like he'll go to Africa or whatever, and then
is he like the old Commander McBragg? There I was, deepest, darkest Africa. Dude. All I had was a pea shooter.
Dude, he talks about like being in Africa and then going to another part of Africa. So he takes, quote, a puddle jumper that we do here in America, but it's in Africa. And they stop in all these really bizarre places to pick up other passengers. They're taking off and landing, and all sorts of crazy stuff is getting put on the plane. No security whatsoever.
So the metal detector was broken.
Yeah.
And he just brought a bunch of knives on. He had like knives. No one even noticed. Like, all right, just go.
And then he shows the pictures, and if you've seen The King of Scotland, when Forrest Whitaker is kind of going through the town as the president or whatever, and he's in the back of a car, and everyone's just losing their minds and stuff. He has actual pictures of that, of the kings of these areas. Just kind of, driving through towns and stuff.
Really?
Where people are like just guns in the air and stuff. He's insane.
He's obsessed with, long before The King of Scotland came out as film, he's obsessed with Idi Amin. Loves him. I don't know why.
Loves him.
In his office, he just thinks Idi Amin was the funniest guy ever. I mean, for real.
Funny.
Dude, he's...
Well, did you see King of Scotland?
Yeah,
they kind of show how funny the guy was. Obviously, he did horrific things. I guess got to make sure people understand that. We understand that. We do understand things. And
funny how?
But King of Scotland just showed his sense of humor for the most part, and then and the psychotic.
I think he was a little bit of an attention whore, but as far as being funny,
my manager in his office has a fake autographed Idi Amin headshot, which he gives to people. He said to me, I sent you something. And my managers handle some very famous people. So he's like, I sent you something that was signed. I'm like, all right, this is going to be cool. And it was like one of those stupid autographed Idi Amin headshots. And I'm like, I don't know, you couldn't get Billy Crystal to sign something? You asked, or maybe Robin?
How did you know it was fake, if he's been over to Africa?
Because he's never met Idi Amin. I know he told me because I was in his office. He goes, look at that fake thing. I signed it and put it up there. And then he sends me one like I'm going to forget. I'm handled by an idiot.
Animal Planet's on. So here's the Michael Moore story.
People in the news, filmmaker Michael Moore and questions about his trip to Cuba. The man who made Fahrenheit 9/11 went there to film his upcoming work, Sicko, about American healthcare. He brought several September 11th first responders to get the medical treatment. And now the Treasury Department is asking Moore about that trip as a possible violation of the U.S. embargo against Cuba.
Yeah, you're not allowed to spend any money down there. You think once Castro dies...
Yeah,
they'll open that up a little bit.
Yeah, absolutely.
Nah, you open that up a little bit. A few resorts. Nice. Like The Godfather 2. It'll be like that all over again. Casinos. Pass around the gold telephone. Want some cake? If the money's on the table, I'll know we have a deal.
You can still spend cash on them, but your credit cards, you have a problem. And I heard they won't stamp your passport if you don't want them to.
Really?
Yeah, but then again, that's probably just a dumb rumor. And I'd go, sir, and he would go... Talking Spanish, click, and then stamp it.
Yeah, not only do they stamp it, they probably stamp it right on your forehead.
No, well, yeah, send you back to the States.
You know what happened during my cruise? I went through customs, and I don't have any stamps on my passport. And the customs agent was just going to let us go through and do whatever the hell we were going to do. And I said, hey, could I have a stamp? And she kind of eyeballed me, and took a long time to stamp the passport, and then sent us off to an area to go have our bags checked. Like, I don't think it's good to ask for a stamp.
I don't think it's good to ask anything.
You don't rush them along.
You just sit there and just
stare
at them.
It's like the soup Nazi, where you got to just kind of go in, hand over your papers, stand there, answer the questions, and move along.
When we came back in America, I went in front of that guy, didn't speak until he spoke to me, and then answered his questions and moved on.
We were talking about that training they have where they can just look at you and intimidate you and make you like sweat and feel guilty about something. And I'm so bad at that. I have like this guilt thing where I always feel I'm in trouble for something. Not that I shouldn't have this feeling, but like if I go into a store and don't buy anything, I always feel like if I leave the store quickly, that they're going to think I'm stealing something. So I kind of linger a little by the door.
I think that's normal, by the way, because people will talk about exactly what you're saying, and they'll say, well, you must be guilty of something.
No.
I think it's just human nature. You got a little paranoia in you and a little weird guilt.
So when the customs agent is talking to you, even though, you're okay, what am I, smuggling in heroin or something? No, not that much of it. Chuckle. No. Of course not. Not today, folks. But even though I have nothing, to worry about, when they look at you, you just feel like, am I looking at this guy right? Or am I making a face that like he wants to, check my baggage? Uh-oh. Now that I'm thinking about it, am I looking suspicious? Like, it's just this guilt thing.
My sister used to date a guy that did customs. That was what he did. And I was coming back from Rio. We were off the air on one of my little excursions with a bunch of the boys. And I went up to him. I got him, actually. So we were talking. He's like, hey, man, how you been? And I still got my bag searched. Not by him, but by the guy who was kind of on the line.
Yeah, they don't friends.
Care less.
No friends.
No.
All right, we got to take a break. It's the Opie and Anthony Show.
It's the Opie and Anthony Show.
You're checking out the Opie and Anthony Show. The O&A virus spreading across America. Our phone number, 1-866-313-FREE. Let's not forget about the O&A Traveling Virus Comedy Tour, Jimmy.
Yeah, we got
tickets on sale now through Ticketmaster.com. The lineups are up on our website and our MySpace. Can we say our MySpace account? It's Opie and Anthony on MySpace. All the info's up there. Yep. And it's 8 or 9 comedians that you know and love from this radio show. Everyone from Jim Norton, Patrice O'Neill,
Louis C.K., Bobby Kelly, Voss, Bob Saget's doing a lot of them.
In a rock show-like atmosphere. We're not talking about, this isn't like being in a comedy club. There's tailgating. The fans get together. We hang out in the parking lot, have a few beers before the show with the fans. Once you're in the venue, there's wowing going on. It's just a great party.
Some of these shows lasted 3 hours, by the way, too.
Yeah.
And no one minded. They were there right up until the end. It was unbelievable.
All having a blast.
Well, we got rave reviews last summer, so we expanded this year. We had 4 dates last year. We have 7 or 8 this year, and we're very excited. Tickets through Ticketmaster.com. It's truly an all-day experience, starting with the tailgating, like you guys said, and then the O&A Village. Lots of things going on there, bands and things you could try and do. Think kind of like Lollapalooza or Ozfest, all that craziness that happens in the Village.
Yeah.
And then we're on stage. The comedians are on stage, videos and shenanigans.
We're having a Village in some of them, right?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Just about all of them. All of them? All right, Kenny.
Mohegan Sun.
Kenny, all except...
Well, Mohegan Sun, that's going to be tough to do a Village in the middle of a casino, That's the only place, I guess. And tickets sales are going very, very well. The first date is Jones Beach, June 16th. So get your tickets now through Ticketmaster.com, okay? All right. Also, might as well talk about the poker tournament, too. That's very exciting. We're doing that, next Saturday yet?
Yes.
We're heading down to Atlantic City. There's chatter. There's some talk going on. They want us to broadcast live from Philly next Friday. I would love to do that. We're trying to figure out the details. And then head off to Atlantic City after that for the poker tournament. The first annual O&A poker tournament.
Yeah, looking forward
to
that.
At the Showboat Hotel and Casino. $20,000 up for grabs?
Yeah.
You can register now all the way through next Friday. I don't have the details in front of me. And then I guess you could also register day of the event, right? And then we got an after party, all sorts of things going on.
Yeah.
So it's going to be very, very exciting. It's the House of Blues themed poker room at Showboat. Okay. And then day of event registration will take place in the New Orleans ballroom beginning at 9 a.m. Spots are limited, so register early. All the details for this you can find at onapoker.com. We have a seat to give away? All right. We'll give it to a random caller in the Philly or Jersey area or wherever. If they want to travel from somewhere real far, then give them a spot.
Do people have to pay to register? They do, right?
There's a buy-in, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
it's poker. What do you think? It's for funsies? What do they play? We're all playing for funsies here in Atlantic City. Give the money back.
I used to hate when I'd play for chips, but there was no monetary value.
Yeah.
Like my grandmother.
Oh, like
I used to take her
stupid.
medicine.
She would pull out pennies or something.
Exactly. I'd be like, that chip is worth 4 nitroglycerin.
That would be. That would be really funny. We set up this whole poker tournament. We get everybody down there, all our past and listeners, and they're ready to play. We go, oh, we forgot to tell you the rules.
Yeah.
We're playing strip poker.
No.
Just to see the horrified looks
Not with our listeners,
faces.
please. Not with our listeners.
Of course, one dope will stand up and go, but there are no women here. Well, that's the point of it. We just want everyone to be very uncomfortable.
Couple of girls.
For the next 8 hours. Let's go to Chris in Maine. Our phone number, once again, 1-866-313-FREE. Chris, what's going on, man?
Hey, what's up, guys?
Hey.
I was just calling, you're talking about Michael Moore going down to Cuba. The World Health Organization for like the past, 15, 20 years, the United States is always on the bottom of their rankings for good health care, and Cuba's almost at the top for the level of health care their citizens.
Let me say this. All right. People all over the world who have national health care, which is great if you got no money, they fly here to get treated. They always fly. They go to Sloan Kettering for cancer treatment. I'm not saying other places don't have good hospitals, but most people are not flying from all over the world to get into Cuba.
I think he has a misconception here. They have a nationalized health care program. So what you're saying is everybody has health care available to them.
Well, the thing is, you know the old adage, an ounce of prevention's worth a pound of cure?
I've never heard that.
No, that's...
What do you mean?
Well, an ounce of prevention's worth a pound of cure.
I don't get that.
Yeah,
how do you weigh a cure?
What kind of medicine is an ounce?
People in this country who don't have health care don't go get shit checked out when it first starts. They wait for it to get bad before they go get it checked out.
Okay,
when everybody has health care, they go get it checked out right away.
But,
ounce of prevention.
But what's a
pound
pound got to do with anything, dude? That's England. That has nothing to do with what we're talking about.
No, we're talking about health care.
But if it's an ounce of prevention, how is it worth a pound of cure?
It doesn't make
sense. What kind of scale is that?
An ounce of prevention is worth a pound of cure.
I don't get it.
To prevent something before it gets bad is better than to have to fix it once it's already bad.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, but why are you saying that other thing?
The ounce of prevention is worth a pound of cure. It's an old adage. Your grandma probably.
An adage?
What's an adage?
Dude, what are you talking about?
What am I talking about?
Honestly, yeah.
Yeah, what does an adage mean? Like, what's the definition of an adage?
An old wives' saying.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
All right, so it's an old wives' thing that an ounce of cure is...
How about an example of an adage?
Another adage?
Yeah, of course. Yeah, because we don't know the one you're saying.
We need one to compare your other one to.
Yeah.
Another adage.
Mm-hmm.
You put me on the spot. Any old
That's an adage?
You put me on the spot? What does the spot represent in that adage?
Hello?
Yeah, don't listen to the radio. You put me on the spot. That's an adage.
You put me on the spot. So now, what does the spot symbolize that you're being put on in that adage?
I can't think of any other adages right now. I hadn't stopped to think of some before I called you up.
All right, well, if you happen to think of one, call or have a couple. You know, because a lot of times a bird in the hand is worth two in the bush.
I'm just trying to tell you guys
it's
that
adage Friday.
Health care is better than health care after a problem's already started. That's why they rate Cuba's healthcare system better than ours.
Don't burn your bridges.
Right.
What's that?
Don't burn your bridges.
Two birds in a hand, I think.
Bird in the hand is worth two in the bush.
Yeah.
Early bird gets the worm.
What?
I
heard that one.
Yeah.
Birdie getting the worm. Is that an adage? That's really what you used to say, yeah. Huh?
Yeah. Yep, that would be an adage.
All right, thank you, sir.
By the way, the United States does have some of the best health care. It's just not available to everybody. It's available to the rich and the well-insured.
Yeah, but that's a real issue. Why bother with that?
Why did Iraq put up the actual meaning to an ounce of prevention is worth a pound of cure?
Because
a little precaution before a crisis occurs is preferable to a lot of fixing up afterwards, is what is written on that thing.
Yeah, but why did you read it? Iraq, why don't you read the definition of that adage?
Please, Iraq.
Get the water ready.
A little precaution before a crisis occurs is preferable to a lot of fixing up afterward.
Wow.
An ounce of prevention is worth 214 pounds of cure.
Hey, iPods, yeah. iPods are today.
An ounce of turkey is slathered with a pound of mayo. E-Rocks.
He's just looking straight ahead, shaking his head, annoyed.
Of course.
Yeah.
All you see is his little hat shaking back and forth in anger.
Well, we're taking your adages.
It's Adage Friday now?
Well, yeah, Sing Along Friday, What's Your Beef Friday, and Adage Friday. You know. You know.
I have an adage.
Yeah?
Don't put all your eggs in one basket.
Ah, I like that one.
That's a good adage.
That's a very good adage.
Mm-hmm.
We'll take your adages.
Shoot.
Your iPod may get your toes tapping, but it could also have an impact on your heart.
Nice voice.
A 17-year-old from Michigan did a study to find out if an iPod could affect a pacemaker. He worked with researchers at Michigan State, and they found out iPods with photo and video capabilities can interfere with the pacemaker's electronic signal. The best advice, if you have any questions, as always, ask your doctor first.
At 17, I was smoking pot.
Yeah.
And cutting school, and this kid's figuring out if a pacemaker gets screwed up by an iPod.
Anybody with really rich grandparents and bad hearts, watch how many iPods are bought for old people this year.
Yeah, it's an iPod, Grandpa. What do? You put it in your shirt pocket.
Yes, and just turn it on and off repeatedly.
By the way, Coke Logic from whackbag.com. Coke Logic writes on the instant feedback, E-Rock's adage is 15 pounds in February. No?
That wasn't really a good one. I didn't like that adage.
Hey, Giuliani's in the news.
Rudy Giuliani?
Yeah.
Running for president.
He did a great job during 9/11, I got to tell you that much.
Under the Republican banner. But he's stirring up a little controversy there, Ope.
Yeah.
A little controversy on his abortion stance.
Yeah.
Now, once you bring up abortion, it's a hot topic, they call it. Hot topic.
I've heard rumors, maybe we could get to the bottom of this. Is it true or false that he married his first cousin back in the day?
I don't know if it was his first cousin.
I heard first cousin.
Hopefully.
Really? That might come up in a campaign, I would think. We overlooked that.
I've seen
Jerry
it on
Lee Lewis.
I have seen it on TV, but let's be honest, they don't get everything right on TV. They just don't get everything right on TV.
You shake my nerves and you rattle my brain. Having a president with a lisp might be a little funny.
A little awkward. He should have that fixed.
Yeah, have that fixed. Now, we will deploy missiles. Will you? How do you take that seriously?
Can't.
But
How do you feel about Rudy?
I was going to get into the story now a little more.
Yeah, go ahead.
He has a very controversial stance on abortion as far as the normal Republicans go. This is why I kind of respect Giuliani a little bit, Actually, a lot. The guy doesn't toe the party line regardless, no matter what. And this might do him well because he's a Republican. A lot of Republicans like him, but it might bring over some Democrats who don't like the fact that a lot of Republicans are against abortion.
Well, Rudy is pro-choice, but he's only for it when the kid is 10 or older.
Oh, yeah, and getting obnoxious at an inauguration. Yeah. Farley bit, it was genius.
It was a Farley bit. Who knows anymore? Anyway, now I'm hearing it's his second cousin. What's the definition of a second cousin?
Not quite as hot as the first.
Completely doable.
Is it your dad's cousin's kid?
Yeah,
your mom's cousin's kid? Is that
mom's
second
cousin?
Let me think. I get that stupid second cousin and a cousin first removed. I don't know what that means.
You know what a second cousin is?
Of course you do.
All right,
Than's going to take
Than's
a
a very smart man.
Hey, Than, what are you doing this weekend?
Oh, man. Checking out Jim at Caroline's tonight and Sunday.
Every day.
Yeah.
Nice.
And, of course, F.H. Riley's, my brother's restaurant, 400 New York Avenue.
Yes.
On Long Island. That's going to be a nice hang over the weekend.
And then driving by Anthony's house and yelling at it because he'll be
watching me peering out the window, paranoid.
Paranoia. So what's the definition of a second cousin?
I think it's your dad's first cousin.
Okay.
Your mom's first cousin.
Your mom or dad's first cousin. is your second cousin?
That's what I've always thought.
That would seem a little old.
Yeah, so you're marrying, not only are you marrying blood, you're marrying someone a lot older?
Well, or, with
in most
people's
cases?
sisters and stuff.
What about your parents, one of your parents' cousins' children?
Just blew my mind. I don't know.
Is that first removed? You ever have a first cousin, girl first cousin that maybe you wanted to get a little intimate with growing up?
Mm-hmm.
Not like now, because, but when your hormones are going. No, look. Did you ever have an attractive first cousin that you kind of, wouldn't have minded when your hormones are really going as you're growing up, maybe getting a little intimate with?
I had a crush on my first cousin, but it wasn't a sexual attraction. It was a crush when I was very young.
All right, listen.
Really?
Yeah, but it was very innocent.
This is Greg Hughes. I have never had a crush on my first cousin.
You never did?
Not even in the slightest.
But didn't you have ones that lived far away?
That you didn't know?
That you didn't know?
I still look at them and see a little of me in there. That's creepy.
Oh, that's disgusting. I mean, you mean figuratively?
Yes.
Okay. See, I was talking literally.
I don't care if they lived in the, next door or in another state. When we did get together, an extended family or whatever, you saw a little of yourself in the person. No effing way.
No.
Creepy.
No. Yeah, there were a couple growing up. You'd see them at family functions like, once in a blue moon. And then, when you'd be in your teens and they're in their teens and you're kind of, sneaking drinks and stuff, you kind of get a little like, hey. I'm not saying I ever did. Never acted on it. But it could have happened, I wouldn't have been against it. Just as a goof. Just as like a goof.
Oh, just keep talking.
No.
Just keep talking.
Am I digging myself into a hole here?
Look, man.
I don't... don't
joke.
I'm just saying, look...
That's beyond bizarre to me.
No, as you grow up, you realize, like, obviously, that it's... No, not disgusting. It's like you're just kind of experimenting around and having a little fun. That kind of thing. As just, Did
you have fun with your first cousin?
No, I didn't, but I'm saying I would have if the opportunity would have arose. I wouldn't have, denied it. I never acted on it. I never tried to. But if the moves were made or something and things worked out, I probably would have. I was very, you got your hormones going at that age.
Dan?
Now, why am I being looked at like this?
That's your
Danny,
first cousin.
Danny, you're looking at me. I know you probably got drunk and had sex with one of your relatives.
I never said that.
You actually had to ask other girls just to pretend they were.
Yeah, probably your mom. Knowing you.
Wow.
Could you call me Cousin Dan? What, son?
Can we stop talking about this? Because just you talking about this, I'm picturing all my first cousins.
Are you all uncomfortable? Maybe they're not attractive.
No, we got attractive people in my family.
Do you have a couple of good ones?
We got a lot of attractive people.
Danny?
In my family.
I don't think that it's that bad.
Okay, thanks.
I had a crush.
What's wrong with you guys?
It's nothing. It's natural as a kid.
Maybe you didn't hang out with your cousins growing up or something.
I really didn't that much. It was at these family get-togethers. You'd see them once every couple of years, maybe. So then, if you went from
well, you better explain, because one side of my family, I don't even know. I've talked about that on the air. My mom's family, I have no clue. I've never met cousins on that side.
Really?
Yeah.
Why?
Because my mom's mom was a complete lunatic. Don't call her grandma. We've told all the stories. I don't know my mom's side of the family whatsoever. Dad's side of the family, different story. We were beyond close, so it made up for it.
See, then
and I was talking about this earlier this week. Every freaking weekend, just about, we hung out as a extended family in Wading River at the beach house. So I saw my cousins so much, they were almost like brothers and sisters.
That's not it.
That's why I'm creeped out, and they all pretty much looked like me.
I'm talking if you were like 12 or 13, and then the next time you saw them, you're 16 or 17, and you started drinking and maybe being sexually active. there might be some kind of, it's just another hot girl you're hanging out with.
I was too busy getting crushes on my uncle's girlfriends at the time.
Oh, Jesus, I'm so glad you said girlfriends. For a split second, it was like crushes on my uncles, and that's like where it cut off in my head.
We can edit that out. Bro.
Yeah, edit that part out to make him look like an ass.
I was so delusional. It wasn't actually my uncle's girlfriends. It was my uncle's girlfriend's friends. And I was like 12.
How old were they?
My uncle's only about 10, 11 years older than me.
Too old.
Something like that.
12.
And I was, let's say I'm 12 or 13, and he's hanging out with a girl, and his girlfriends are like 20, the girlfriends of his girlfriend are like 23, 24. This is how delusional I was at 11 or 12, Ant.
Yeah.
I thought I had a shot.
Really?
And they'd realize I had a dumb little crush on them, and they would play into it a little bit. But in my dumb mind, I'm like, I think I got a shot.
See, this goes back to something else that we had talked about. The fact that you kind of liked the older women when you were that age. I was all about girls my own age.
Yeah, but when you're 11 or 12, are you attracted to 11 or 12-year-olds?
Absolutely.
Or are you looking at the girls that might be a little older, if you know what I mean?
Nope. When I was 7... I was attracted to 7-year-old girls. That was it. When I was 12, it was 12-year-old girls. That's how it goes. And I swear to you, I wasn't attracted to, like, what did you say? You used to watch I Dream of Jeannie or something and think she was hot?
Yes.
See, as a kid, I would watch that and just think like my mom or something like that age.
I Dream of Jeannie was your... more of a mother figure?
My mom was very hot.
I know she's still hot.
But
your mom is still hot. She's in her 60s.
She was too old for me to find attractive that way. I was more into, girls that were on TV that were my own age at that point. Like, the Brady girls. Things like that. Those are the girls I found attractive.
You got some support on the phones. I agree with Ann. I had hot cousins.
See?
I
think it does depend on how often you saw them. If you saw them very often and then you see them with your uncles and stuff, that's kind of creepy. But if you barely saw them and then you were at that stage in your life where you're kind of hanging out,
did they look like you at all?
No.
We all have pretty much blonde hair, blue eyes in my family, pretty much for the most part. And you look at my cousins, you see a little of me in every single one of them. Or a little of them in me, whatever, because I know a lot of them are listening right now. But you could see that we were related. Big time.
If you ran into yourself as a girl, completely exactly yourself, thought the same thoughts at the same time, but was a girl, looked kind of like yourself, but was a girl, would you have sex with you?
No. Are you insane? No.
Why not? The blonde hair, the blue eyes?
You wouldn't have sex with yourself?
No.
Same thoughts in the head?
No. No. All right, let's take a break.
Hey, by the way,
I just love throwing that out there.
I had a crush on the Gold Diggers jeans commercial girl. There was a girl for Gold Diggers jeans. She was a little blonde girl. Gold Diggers. And I
remember that.
Yeah, I would love to see her because I used to pretend like me and her were dancing. I was such a little douche.
Creep.
Yeah.
All right, we'll go to the phones next.
I was 30.
Giuliani's in some trouble. A lot of people in trouble today. Talked about Michael Moore, Giuliani.
Reverend Al apologized.
He did?
Apparently. After he backpedaled.
This is what I don't understand. Because I heard he was going to apologize or whatever. So he apologized. So shouldn't that be good enough?
Yep.
Shouldn't that be good enough?
For him, it's going to be good enough because no one could go after his job because no one knows what he does.
Right.
He doesn't really kind of have this job where you can say you should be fired from walking around and being on TV with people.
Look,
that's kind of what he does.
What are they going to do, take his feet? Take his shoes for a month?
Yeah, there's your punishment. But it's just amazing the world we live in, though. So he apologizes, and I guess that's okay, right?
Yeah.
But obviously his apology wasn't okay at the time.
No.
And anyone else who apologizes, it ain't okay for some reason in this culture. Hey, it's the Opie and Anthony Show. Hear what everyone else is talking about. O&A, uncut and live, continuing the show on XM Satellite Radio, starting at 9 a.m. Eastern. Visit xmradio.com to subscribe.
It's the Opie and Anthony Show.
The virus is spreading. You're infected. Opie and Anthony.
Hey, you're checking out the Opie and Anthony Show. Where were we? Giuliani. So this is the latest on him.
And there's a chart.
And there's a chart? So what is the second cousin? It's hard to read the chart. I tried.
I got it. Your second cousin is your I can't read it. Your second cousin. Let's say your grandmother has a sister. Your grandmother's sister. You got that? That's your great aunt. She has a daughter. The daughter is your first cousin once removed. Then that person's daughter would be your second cousin. It's easy.
Wow. All right.
Where can you actually draw the line where all of a sudden it's not a problem having any type of relations? Great-grandmother, I know, is out. But I'm talking down the cousin line. First cousin, you're saying, completely out of the question.
Mm-hmm.
Second cousin is like your great-uncle's kid's kid.
Nope.
No?
Ain't happening.
Still too close?
Yeah.
Really? How about sister?
I don't know if you realize this, but I'm a really good-looking guy.
Of course you realize this. I look at it every morning
All right.
for 5 hours.
So let's get that out of the way. So why would I go there?
Have you seen these two?
No, whatever.
Third cousin? That's your great-great-uncle's kid's kid.
Nope.
And still no good.
Mm-mm.
Come on, you wouldn't.
Wow.
Why?
Why not? See?
See, that's how I explain. That's how I roll. I have a lot of support. I just know that.
Mm-hmm.
It's called a crush, or
that's not the support we're looking for. By the way,
you don't act on it.
Well, it wasn't a crush with you. With me, it was a crush with you. It was we started drinking some beers, and I'm starting to look at her like, yeah, maybe this will happen. One more drink. You were actually trying to make an event.
No, I wasn't trying to make it happen. I just wouldn't have stopped it.
I had a childhood crush, and
those are the worst.
They really are awful.
Never work out. Never a long-term relationship from when you're 7.
No.
Something always goes wrong. They steal your crayons.
All right. Here's the latest on Giuliani, finally.
So how do you feel about Rudy Giuliani, who supports a woman's right to get an abortion?
I won't support him. Basically, I would support him.
Two Catholics, two different views on Rudy Giuliani and abortion.
I do not get into debates with the Pope. That is not a good idea.
The problem for Giuliani, who says he personally hates abortion but supports a woman's right to get one, is that Pope Benedict said yesterday that a Catholic politician who supports abortion could be excommunicated and barred from taking communion. It became an issue on the presidential campaign trail.
Those are between me and my spiritual advisor, my confessor. I'm a Catholic, and that's the way I resolve those issues, personally and privately.
I got to tell you, man, I can't even imagine being a politician. Abortion is one of those things. They're never going to come to an agreement on anything.
No.
It's ridiculous, and the politicians are all put in that position every election, and it's how they answer that question that gets them a lot of votes.
It's one of the biggest issues.
There's a bunch of those type of issues. There's no answer that's going to satisfy a majority of people. Whatever you say is going to make some people go, all right, and other people like, ugh. You know what I mean?
Yep.
So you got to talk in tongues and talk in that gray area and hope for the best.
You know what I would do? I would just give different answers every time. I would go on one show and go, I find abortion to be reprehensible, and I'm very pro-life. And on the next show, I would go, I'm all for a woman's right to choose.
He's flip-flopping, but so much that they can't even keep track.
Not one flip-flop, just flip-flop.
You'd win a lot of elections, Jim.
Yeah.
That's a lunatic.
Constantly flip-flopping on everything.
In my life, I can't be bothered with those discussions.
Those issues.
You ever talk to someone that, even just talking Democrat versus Republican, can't be bothered anymore. You're not going to agree on anything. You're gonna spew all the knowledge you got from the liberal books, and then the other person's going to spew all the knowledge they got from the right wing books. That's where we get our knowledge.
And
Michael Moore writes something interesting, or Bill Maher, and you're like, hey, all right. This will help my argument next time I'm at a bar and someone decides to go down this road.
And you read the other side and go, hey.
Yeah.
Some good points there.
Yeah, it's just ridiculous.
You know what I do? I agree with him, but I agree loudly and aggressively. Like if someone goes, man, Bush was right because he thought they're weapons of mass destruction. I go, yeah, but they weren't. But at least he was telling the truth because he believed it.
and because of your gusto, they don't pay any attention to what you said.
No, they just think I'm disagreeing with them, but I'm really on their side. It's On Your Side Fridays.
Add that to the list of things we're doing today. Hey, here's more on Giuliani.
But even without the abortion issue, Giuliani can't take communion anyway. Seems he never got a church annulment of his second marriage to Donna Hanover. Church sources say that means he's living in sin with third wife, Judith. Will that affect the race?
It may affect him and it may not. For those who are serious Catholics who listen to the Pope, it'll be a problem. They won't vote for him. But there are a lot of Catholics who, frankly, will vote for him on other matters.
Wow. I think, those strict Catholics aren't going to vote for him. The ones that are completely against abortion and follow the right party line, things like that. But it could do him some good. He could get that crossover. A few Democrats coming over. I don't know, though. He's got a lot of skeletons there with the annulment not being done.
Yeah.
And the couple of wives.
Yeah, Rudy's an animal. But again, he's good at what he does. He cleaned up New York, and he's a great politician. Who cares?
Unfortunately, the way you do a job isn't really that important. It's all image, your background, things like that. That's more important than your track record. I mean, the guy did a good job of cleaning up New York. New York was a disaster, and he put in a lot of policies that people hated. But you could walk around in a lot of areas that you used to not be able to walk around in.
He would ride around, this is why I love Rudy, he would ride around New York, and maybe other mayors have done this, but he would ride around in an unmarked SUV with guys, obviously, blacked out windows, and just observe what was going on in the streets. Just an SUV. And they had no idea the mayor was watching them, and he would watch people doing drug deals and prostitutes and all this stuff, and he would say, I want this stuff cleaned up. This is what I want cleaned up.
Sounds creepy.
No, but I like it.
Jimmy does the same thing with no pants.
I just do it. I do it alone with cash in hand. I'm doing an investigative report. What do you mean, Daddy? Just get in. But he would do that, and that's one of the reasons New York got cleaned up so nicely.
Yeah. So, are we endorsing him? Is this program actually endorsing Giuliani? Is that what we're doing?
I don't like any of them.
Rudy's going, no, don't.
I don't like any of them.
No?
I haven't liked a candidate in a really long time.
JFK? Since
sure.
JFK?
Sure.
How old were you?
Minus something. All right. Well, here's a human interest story. It's Human Interest Story Friday. Yeah.
So what kind of 70-year-old woman goes to law school?
Oh, I'm a ranch girl from Colorado.
In addition to being a ranch girl, Betty, a retired nurse. She taught nursing at Clemson for years. And in 1969, she served in Vietnam as a Navy nurse.
She's so incredibly modest. She'll never tell you she got a Purple Heart as a nurse in Vietnam.
Marta Barinsky
just her bad circulation.
Dean and says Betty was one of the school's first applicants. 3 years later, she's one of the most admired.
All classes voted for her on the person who most embodies the spirit of civility at the law school. And
spirit of senility?
For the first civility award, it was
Jimmy.
Betty, and it was sort of a no-brainer.
Betty's opinion of her classmates, equally glowing.
And I'd like to say to the parents that they did a good job with these students. They are so kind to me. I'm weighted on hand and foot.
I don't know. Good for her, but I don't know if I want a 70-year-old lawyer.
True.
What'd the judge say? Huh?
Well, she's into First Amendment law, so...
Hey, then we like her. What an uplifting story.
Only because she was around when they first drafted her.
Betty describes herself as a professional student who entered law school because a typical retirement was just out of the question.
One of my assignments was to interview older people. If you can imagine, I actually found a church. I went to church and found somebody older. The area that I'm really interested in is church-state. constitutional law and that First Amendment.
As Betty sits in on the final lectures of her school career, it's safe to say her classmates will take away a lot more than what they learned about the law. They'll also remember the grandmother who sat next to them and taught them a little kindness.
Oh.
There's not a single student that doesn't look up to her.
Really? I like the fact
there's too much material there.
A typical retirement. She didn't want a typical retirement, so instead I thought I would drain the grandkids' inheritance of a $100,000 hobby.
Hey, God bless her for that, man.
Almighty.
I think it's hilarious when the old people say, you know what, screw my relatives.
Rotten entitled cats.
I'm going to take nothing. I'm going to take a trip around the world. I don't care. I'm going to eat it all up before I go.
You know the kids had that money spent, and then they got the news like she wants to become a what?
Yeah.
How much? Going through all the figures in their head. How much is the? Oh, Jesus.
I bet if she was old, so they tried to trick her. They would just like handwrite diplomas, like it was just like you're a lawyer, and then hand it to her, and she
you're a lawyer, Grandma. Comes out of the printer, all smudged. Put this on the wall. Don't spend another dime.
What are they supposed to do? I don't know. I can't imagine that she's going to get work, but you never know.
Yeah.
By the way, I counted 8 jokes. 8? That were left on the table. Yeah.
Can I tell you that if I was a lawyer, how fun it would be to, like, you'd have to have a paralegal, and I would run her into the ground. Getting me coffee and paperwork. I would be the worst.
Going through old files.
Screaming and yelling, where are my files?
Just going through, like, old file cabinets for one lousy document.
Like, and putting the pressure on, just yelling, we're on a schedule.
Hey, OJ got kicked out of a steakhouse. And you know, this is starting something. I guess there's a big restaurant chain that's going to follow suit.
Follow suit?
Huh?
Yeah, they're going to do it again. What, of not letting OJ in?
Yeah.
Wow.
That's the new thing with OJ. But then, you know, now they're trying to claim that this is a race thing.
A little racial discrimination.
Well, this happened, I think, at, the Kentucky Derby? And I guess OJ came in, the guy who in the past has gotten a picture with OJ, by the way, after the fact that he possibly murdered a couple people.
Oh, he did. He was found guilty in the civil court.
But now he's changed his tune, doesn't want OJ in his restaurant, and wouldn't allow him to sit there. He left, and Michael Jordan took his table, proving that it wasn't a race issue.
Oh, okay.
Here's the story.
He's a man who surrounds himself with cigars, cars, and celebrity. A restaurateur who has made a name selling steak to the stars and to those who want to feel like one.
Kid Rock, Gene Simmons, Rick Pitino, Star Jones, Junior Soprano.
It's one thing catering to the famous.
Jeez, everybody was there. Michael Jordan, everybody was there.
But on Derby Eve, Jeff Ruby drew the line at the infamous when O.J. Simpson, without a reservation, walked into his Louisville restaurant.
I just went over to the table, and I looked at him, I said, I'm not serving you. And he just sat there and looked at me. I said it again, I said, I'm not serving you. And I walked out of the Churchill room.
O.J. has eaten at other Ruby steakhouses. In fact, his photo used to be on the wall.
His picture was on the walls, but I took it down, you know, because I believe he murdered those people. He beheaded the wife, the mother of his children.
Well, you do have the right to deny service, don't you?
The innkeeper's rule, I think it's called. There's some law.
Innkeeper's rule?
Yes, it's like some...
That's an old one.
I know. Can't they change the name of it to the bar law?
Something. Yeah, the bar law. Good one, Jim.
But you have the right to... I know. What a non-legal... Where's the old lady when you need her? Oh, technically, we can... Shut up.
Yeah. We got more to the story here.
Ruby says O.J. took it well as he left the Louisville Steakhouse, but says O.J.'s date started making a scene, saying it's a free country.
Calm down.
She got done in my face with the free country. I said, listen, you're blonde. If I was you, you better be careful. He might slit your throat. Then she went into the not guilty verdict.
Ruby says patrons gave him a standing ovation after O.J. was booted.
I was a linebacker in high school and college, but I never tackled O.J. Simpson. I felt good for the Goldmans and the Brown family.
I saw this guy on TV last night. There's something about him. I don't know. He seems like he's trying to get some attention.
Maybe, yeah.
I don't know how much he believes in this whole thing. I'm not sure, or if it's his way of maybe getting a little more attention, because he really enjoys the spotlight. He's gotten his picture taken with a lot of celebrities. His joint is known for a place to go if you're a celebrity and you want steak in that area. I don't know. There was just something about him. Just didn't seem like he's being that genuine about the reason he kicked OJ out.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm thinking, isn't that old news at this point? I mean, if you kick OJ out, I don't know, the first year after he was acquitted, then I could say it. Now he pretty much is just completely gotten away with murder. He can go wherever he wants. Is this the first instance of him being denied service?
I don't know, but as much as I know that
people love him,
it's like, other people have gotten away with things. I mean, it's just the way it is, unfortunately. And I have no point, by the way. I just said a thing. I just said, other people have gotten away with things, and that should be a semicolon and then an intelligent thought. But I just went, other people have gotten away with things, and I nodded, like, period, end of statement. Do what you want with that. And
take that home with you.
Yeah, there you go. All right, we're going to take another break. Oh, it's Sing Along Friday. We were going to play Secret Agent Man.
Oh, is it?
One of the requests that came in. Yeah, sure. Club Soda Kenny doing Secret Agent Man as we go to break on the Opie and Anthony Show. We'll go to the phones next. 1-866-313-FREE. And we'll be back.
Not yet.
There's a man who leads a life of danger. To everyone he meets, he stays a stranger. With every move he makes, another chance he takes. Odds are he won't live to see tomorrow. Secret Agent Man, Secret Agent Man. They're giving you a number and taking away your name. Beware of pretty faces that you find. A pretty face can hide an evil mind. Be careful what you say, or you'll give it all away. Odds are you won't live to see tomorrow.
Here he goes.
Secret Agent Man, Secret Agent Man. They're giving you a number and taking away your name. Is this the chorus?
Yeah. I thought a little lead went here or something.
A little more Secret Agent Man there, right?
Yeah, but there's another verse, but I don't know when to start.
He holds the directions with his big thumb moving.
Here it comes, Secret Agent.
Secret Agent Man, Secret Agent Man. They're giving you a number and taking away your name. Swinging on the Riviera one day.
It's the Opie and Anthony Show.
Here we go. Good morning. Welcome to the Opie and Anthony Show. If you're just tuning in, we greatly appreciate it. We really appreciate the support. Big time.
Boy, doesn't that Jimmy Norton fly under the radar?
Yeah.
Been part of this show for something like 38 years.
That's the beauty of Jim Norton. It's going to be at Caroline's all weekend long.
Check him out. He's hysterical.
And he'll also be part of the O&A Traveling Virus Comedy Tour. Tickets available through Ticketmaster.com. Hitting, 7 or 8 cities?
Oh, yeah.
Mohegan Sun, PNC, Camden, New Jersey. We're going to be in D.C., Boston, Detroit, Jones Beach out there on Long Island.
Plenty of comics, huge rock show atmosphere. Have a great time, man.
Make sure you get your tickets through Ticketmaster.com. 8 or 9 comedians, the O&A Village. kind of a rock event. Lots of tailgating going on.
There's our little buddy. How you doing, Jimmy?
I'm better now. I was in the restroom.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm not having any problems today.
I'm sore. I did Pilates and push-ups 2 days ago, and I'm still sore on my back.
Still hurting?
I'm an older gentleman. I really am finished.
Oh, no. You just got to work out a little.
I do.
A little more.
And it hurts.
Every day.
I haven't been sleeping all week, man. I just, like I don't know why. Ever since the weekend, maybe because I was doing stuff in the afternoons, like instead of taking my nap, but it screwed me up. I've gotten like 2 hours a night. And the sugar level. What am I complaining about? Shut up.
I slept pretty good all week, except for maybe last night.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Might have been starting to drink at 2 in the afternoon. That might have had something to do with it.
I was so irritated with myself for eating a banana and yogurt. I was like, all that sugar. You ever feel your head, you're like, laying there, you're like, I gotta sleep.
It's the sugar buzz.
Oh, it was awful.
I love the sugar buzz.
Yeah, I do in
Your
the
knuckles
afternoon.
go white. You just start clenching everything.
Is there like natural sugars in banana?
Oh, in fruit in general, sure. I don't know how much in an actual banana.
It's Health Break Fridays.
Yes.
Yeah, Health Break Fridays.
Part of our Friday show.
Our Friday
subject.
extravaganza.
Is that what we're calling it?
Yeah, the Friday extravaganza. Yeah, the Friday extravaganza.
Hey, other women are coming out, by the way, and saying that this stupid Phil Spector raped and pulled guns with I mean, it's like, how many people has he attacked in his life, and it's taking until now to get him on trial?
Taken years. We know Sandy Kane.
Yeah.
She's the old burlesque show woman who now, wow, she's like, how old?
It's got to be, well, she gets really mad.
Yeah.
Because she wants people to think she's like in her 40s or something.
I think she's not
like pushing 70.
She's probably not as old as we think she is, because she's kind of really had a rough life.
Yeah.
But apparently she was called into the trial.
Yeah, she's got a story.
I don't know.
Probably, I don't think she's being called into the actual trial because she's insane.
Yeah, she is really
But she had a story to tell. It made the papers, and I don't know. I don't know if it actually went in front of a judge and all that. But
that Phil Spector pulled a gun on her
in a limo or something, right? And forced her
to do
some things that wouldn't be too nice.
No, and yeah, if this guy's been doing it that long, because she said that was done when she was 21 or 22, and that had to be like, what, man, many years ago.
Yeah.
This guy was just allowed to go around and do that.
People are acknowledging that I said extravaganza. It's mispronunciation Friday. You know that.
Yeah.
You idiot. You obviously are a new listener if you didn't know that. That's what we do on Fridays is mispronounce words on purpose.
So many
It's our little
segments.
inside joke. You know that. So to write in, it's extravaganza. It's extravaganza Friday.
Right.
Everyone knows. There's T-shirts.
Whatever.
All right. Tim has his second try at the Hasselhoff remix.
Oh.
Want to explain this? I'm sure this is one of those shows where people are just kind of tuning in a little bit and going somewhere else.
Yeah.
You know, I don't
Maybe
think
that's happening.
So maybe we have
today.
to explain this.
Well, who hasn't heard the David Hasselhoff video?
Oh, Dable.
The audio.
It is mispronunciation
Friday.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm staying with the theme.
Yeah, you don't correct yourself. Monday through Thursday, we do correct ourselves, and we like to, speak eloquently.
David Hasselhoff.
There you go.
Had the video that his daughter took of him drunk on the floor, eating some Wendy's, or smearing it on his face, or whatever he was doing, and completely incoherent.
Can I interrupt you, by the way?
Sure. It is Interruption Friday.
I like mispronunciation Friday as an actual bit. I'm writing it.
Do you really like that?
Yeah.
You are writing it down.
Yeah.
Spell it wrong.
Yeah, sorry. All right.
Well, there's that audio. And then there's the Alec Baldwin audio of him getting nasty with his daughter on a phone message that he left. And Danny took both of those, put them together, and made them kind of talk to each other. So humorous, got a chuckle out of it. And the listeners took it upon themselves to make a couple of remixes using other audio besides just those two, but cutting those in the audio, kind of make a little parody of it. And our own staff. Various members. The dump guy in Detroit, Floyd, he decided to do one. Awful.
Should have called in sick that day.
Yeah, but he did one. And now we had a new one this morning. And now this is the latest?
Yeah, this is a new one.
I think Tim was jealous of all the attention Floyd the dump guy got in Detroit.
Yep. No, I just want to do more.
Oh, you might have that opportunity.
The first one,
everything else has been tried. What the hell?
The first one was pretty good, actually. We were teasing you, but it wasn't bad.
Why is Derek on?
It does look like Derek.
Did you see that?
Yeah, on what is it? NBC?
That's an inside joke. And it's a visual. What am I doing? All right, go ahead, Tim.
But not only what are you doing,
but what
am I doing following it up?
Just to acknowledge that my observation is quite good, but
wow,
for the rest of America, they're going to be like, whatever.
Who is that?
That's Derek.
It's Derek.
Wow.
They're all laughing. Everyone's laughing. Derek is singing on actually the Today Show.
Even the
That's our own
close-up.
Derek.
There's an incompetence singing.
It looks really funny to see him emoting as he sings because Derek doesn't emote.
Imagine it really is Derek and his timing's perfect. He's like, you know what? I got to go back to my first love.
I'm going to go and sing.
What band is this? How do I not know?
Why would you know?
I don't know. They all know. There's a bunch of people at Rockefeller Center clapping.
I don't know who that is, but it looks just like
looks
Derek.
country.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
That is Derek. Even a close
Derek.
Wow. That looks just like stupid Derek.
All right. So, Tim, the first one bombed. What do you got for the second one?
Well, this one I made a lot shorter. It's only 30 seconds long.
Oh, thank God.
See, you learned.
And I took Hasselhoff and I mixed him with some audio from the show's past, but I'd rather not say what it is until you play it.
Oh, wow.
All right.
Well,
Did somebody listen to this beforehand?
I did.
But you're good enough.
I edit worse stuff for
I have
content, so
responsibility
it's okay.
now.
Can we let Al listen to this?
No.
It's okay.
Tim, we have a button.
Let me clear everything away from this button.
Yep.
Over here, I trust Al. Wait, but let me move all of these things out of the way.
His phone is louder than my Bose alarm clock.
Right there.
There you go.
Dust it off. All right. Turn your key, sir.
All right, it's turned. Here we go.
I got it.
Here's Tim's second try at the Hasselhoff remix.
Hey, Jim, it's Jeff Otter. Just wondering how you doing. We're listening to the show. We're listening to the show, and somebody said something about you being arrested.
Who said?
We're not sure if it's part of the show or if you did, but we're trying to find out what's going on.
This is a mess.
We haven't heard anything yet, but if you need anything, give us a call.
I'll be fine.
And let us know what's going on.
I'll be fine.
Talk to you later, kiddo. We love you.
Hey, Tim.
All right, that was good.
Tim redeemed himself.
For anyone that doesn't understand that, Kenny and I were flying to Vegas. I was doing a gig, and these guys went on the air and said I had been busted picking up a lady of the evening. And my family, having all the faith in the world, immediately just bought it.
Yeah, they believed it. And thought you were in jail and called.
I get off the plane and I'm listening to my messages. And my parents are like, were you arrested for getting a... I'm like, what? And my mother was crying.
I felt so bad about that one. Yeah. Don't make Jimmy's mommy cry.
No, that's not good. Josh Turner is on the Today Show.
That's who it is?
And he looks just like our own Derek.
That's Derek.
Who's over at XM Radio. That's where we're going to be in a few minutes, right?
We're going to go see him.
Yeah. I'm going to be looking at him like, wow, man.
Yeah, wow, you're a star,
You're a star. You're all over TV.
Girls were digging you, wearing their cowboy hats.
All right, we got one more story to do here, then we're going to go over to XM Satellite Radio.
Hey, we got listeners joining us for the walkover today?
Who knows?
I don't know. Yeah?
One or two?
Yeah.
All right.
All right.
Listen to this story. This is unbelievable, actually.
Wow, that is.
Wow, my God.
That is unbelievable.
What happened?
I'm sorry, it was only meant for dogs.
Well,
but the dogs all went, wow.
It's dog.
Oh, it's Dog Radio Friday.
Yes.
So we always end this show with a bit just for dogs. Only they can hear it.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
A triple amputee is now under arrest in Florida after losing police during a high-speed chase Tuesday. The suspect has no arms.
What?
How do you cuff him? He has one arm and no legs.
Oh, he has one arm. I thought he had...
He's a triple amputee.
Oh, and he's got an arm. Okay, it's a good thing, because I didn't pick that up. One arm, no legs. Yeah, how do you I guess his belt button.
I'd imagine the guy got really dizzy as they're trying to find a second arm.
Yeah, come on, give me your. You know how sometimes the guys on Cops, when you watch Cops, they tuck their arm under their front of them.
Yeah.
When they only get one arm, they go, "Give me your other arm."
Or they keep spinning around trying to find that second arm.
Oh.
What do you think they told the guy? Just put your arm behind your back, and then they cuffed the one and let the other part of the cuff dangle and said, "Just behave."
You watch yourself. I would think belt loop. That's a nice secure thing you can't just pull right off.
And I'll accept full responsibility for that bomb. When I said how do they cuff him, I thought, get back, folks, gem on the way. And it was such a swing and a miss that you guys actually answered it legitimately. I'm not sure. What do you mean? Well, he has.
It seemed like a legitimate question.
It did. Well, that's
so we were pondering it,
which is always good when a joke is misinterpreted
and
as an
pondered
question and pondered.
You don't want a joke to be pondered. Oh, phone call. Oh. Who is it?
Hello. Yeah. Hey, hold on.
Hold on. Oh, boy. There goes Ope. And
we're still doing our show.
Yeah. We're still doing our show. Oh, boy. He just took a call. Hope he's taking a call. Maybe it's his girlfriend or something. Or...
Okay.
Oh. Did you blast one, Jimmy?
No. Would I? Absolutely.
Okay.
What the hell were we just talking about?
Yeah, what were we talking? Oh, we had a clip.
All right, play the clip.
Right. Play this hysterical clip.
A triple amputee is now under arrest in Florida after losing police during a high-speed chase Tuesday. The suspect has no arms. He only has one leg. And this was not the first time he outran the cops. 40-year-old Michael Francis Wiley.
I made the mistake. It was one arm and no legs.
Yeah.
But he actually has no arms and one leg.
Are you kidding? Was that it?
No arms and one leg.
I'll back it up.
That still makes him very hard to cuff.
Yeah, you got a kangaroo vibe.
A triple amputee is now under arrest in Florida after losing police during a high-speed chase Tuesday. The suspect has no arms. He only has one leg. And this was not the first time he outran the cops. 40-year-old Michael Francis Wiley has served time in jail before. In fact, he's been pulled over at least 45 times. He now faces 5 years behind bars on drug and illegal driving charges.
You just walk right through him.
How bad are the cops in Florida? When a guy with one leg and no arms, is that when he's got his teeth and he's zipping around corners and you can't catch him, you're not good drivers.
How does he drive? That's really odd.
He must be awful though. If he's been stopped 45 times,
yeah,
the car just must jerk and he's got
weaving around. He constantly looks drunk driving.
How do you not? He probably is. How do you not love this guy? That's a guy who's handy capable. He has one leg and no arms, and he goes, you know what? I'm still going to break the law and make him catch me. You know, handicapped people should worship this guy. He's really showing you that you don't have to be have all 4 limbs to do it.
You don't need all your limbs to outrun the police. Yeah, we have another clip. Let's listen.
Bill Stanton is a former New York City police officer and an NBC News safety and security expert. Do I even have to ask you if you've ever heard of anything so crazy in your life?
In cartoons, maybe, but not in real life. This is
never seen that on a cartoon.
And I should mention, Wiley lost his limbs when he grabbed an electrical transformer back when he was 13. So he's been living like this for quite some time, and he's obviously become a very
Hold on.
He grabbed an electrical transformer
and lost both his feet, his arms, and a leg.
Wow. He must have put his foot up on there to give a good tug on the wire.
What was it? He saw an open like zapping wire, and he decided to do the hokey pokey on it. Thank God he put his right leg out, or he'd have nothing. Almighty, what an ass!
And shake it all about. That's so funny. His name's Wiley. Because it does conjure up Wile E. Coyote, only it doesn't grow back in the next scene.
An Acme Transformer.
Wiley lost his limbs when he grabbed an electrical transformer back when he was 13, so he's been living like this for quite some time, and he's obviously become a very good driver, at least a very quick driver.
Good.
He's been held on a $500,000 bond. Does he have any chance in court? I mean, there's the sympathy factor, perhaps, but this guy's record speaks volumes.
Well, it's way past sympathy factor, and Amy, we could smile at this now until, unfortunately, he hurts someone or hurts himself.
I think that's been done.
I'm very disappointed in us as a show. I'm on page 19 of the Post. Paris Ites Lame Show, a free Paris rally to protect Paris Hilton. And we didn't have anyone, we weren't interviewing anyone there. I wish we were down there interviewing her. They said a very, very small handful of her awful fans showed up.
That's always the way.
To, protest, and, she could be in danger in jail. The women could do scary things to her. God almighty.
Everyone's just fantasizing about what's going to happen to her in prison. And you know what? Nothing. No. When Martha went to prison, everybody's fantasizing that.
She actually joined the Crips.
She said she had a great time. Ope.
So,
you're back?
Triple amputee gets caught by cops. So,
could I at least get a at the movies kind of? No, I need this or this.
Stay the course.
We're talking
That's
about
this.
No,
Paris Hilton.
Yeah, we're
talking about the triple amputee. I was here,
dude. You're gone.
Been there, done that.
Are so. It's Opie skipped a bit Friday.
We did that. Talk to the leg. I was wrong, by the way. I said the guy had one arm and two legs. He has one leg and no arm.
That's what I figured. And what's I haven't heard the story, so now you got to just do it for me. He's got pulled over for driving, recklessly 30 times or something like that?
45 times.
45 times?
He outran the cops. And they pulled him over again. He's got a $500,000 bail, but they said they'll let him out for $250.
Did anyone do the IHOP joke?
No, which joke?
All right, well,
IHOP.
I figured there's an IHOP joke in there somewhere.
Wouldn't it be funny if the joke was, and apparently he went to IHOP. Yeah, he enjoys pancakes. All right.
All right, so now.
My joke was the fact that the bail was $500,000. He had it. He just couldn't get to it in his pockets.
I didn't hear that one.
Okay, ponder it.
That's actual audio from the chase. So how do you open your door? How do you fish into your pocket for keys?
I don't know. There are a lot of questions people have with subject like that, people that have disabilities like that, but you just can't ask. I guess it's not proper to ask, but you wonder things like everyday things you do in your life.
Dude, I had...
Keeping clean, things like that.
I had an embarrassing one. There was a listener online after one of my shows, not Caroline's Tonight through Sunday, but somewhere I was, and the listener came up and he had like 3 fingers, like his hand was a little messed up. And I'm always like saying, like, well, if I was handicapped, I would want people just to ask me a question so I could talk to them, because that's what, So I'm like, what happened to your hand? Like, I figured, and he was like, no, I was just born that way. And I really embarrassed
him. Oh, he got all nervous.
I felt so bad. I was like,
why would you do that?
Because, again, you always stare and wonder, and I'm like, why not just be honest with the guy? I wasn't trashing him. I just wanted to know. And I would want to know. Like, people always say to me, like, why do you do this for a living?
Yeah, but yeah, exactly. You are... That isn't quite what you do. I remember one time my uncle took me to the movies years ago.
Well, only one seat, huh?
It was, but it was so embarrassing. There was a guy online, and he had these huge, thick Coke bottle glasses. And my uncle went right up to him and said, do you need those, or is that like a fashion thing that's going on now? And he was serious. He really wanted to know. And the guy was like, no, I'm pretty much blind. I can't see. And then just turned back around, turned his back to him.
But he didn't mean to. He meant to face him. But the half-blind idiot couldn't see him.
He couldn't see him. But it's like you kind of want to ask questions like that, but you just... Especially the hand. What are you? Who was it? Was it, Gary Berghoff?
Oh, my God. Oh, yeah. Radar from MASH apparently had like a mangled right hand, which is why he held a clipboard in every scene.
Yeah, he had a clipboard or something.
Wrecked his porno career afterwards.
They hid that very well, because then when you got word that was going on, you watched every freaking rerun of MASH just to catch an oopsie.
I cannot watch MASH now. If it comes onto the screen like that, I have to look at his hand to see if I could catch a glimpse.
Yeah. All right, we're out of here. Jimmy's going to be at Caroline's all weekend long. I'm going to be there tonight, Jimmy.
Oh, good, buddy.
To support Jim Norton.
Excellent.
At Caroline's.
Yeah, people from HBO are coming tonight, so it'll be good.
I just want to say, your moms going to enjoy those flowers for Mother's Day.
Happy Mother's Day.
Happy Mother's Day, all the moms out there.
That's right.
I hope it comes in a nice box for your mom.
Call Pro Flowers.
Yes.
Or pajama grandma.
Yeah, of course. I was just saying one.
Yeah, there's plenty. There's plenty. They've been very supportive. So,
or do what I do, just fake an injury and call her Tuesday. Oh, way to end the week.
Your mom's day should be very happy on Sunday.
Yeah. It'll be nice.
Yes.
Hey, O&A Travel and Virus Comedy Tour. Get your tickets this weekend, okay?
Ticketmaster, we have the Village. It's going to be great.
We got 7 cities that we're going to be going to this summer, starting at Jones Beach, June 16th. That's the big one so far. That's outselling everybody right now. Ticket sales are really, really picking up for Jones Beach especially. All the dates, all the comedians, all the fun that's going to be had, it's all up on our websites, okay? The MySpace for that, I think we gave out the wrong one. Virus Tour on MySpace has all the info for the O&A Travel and Virus Comedy Tour.
Okay, right? Cool.
Hey, guys.
See you Monday morning.
Come on, boy!
Thank you.
Yeah, if you're not joining us over at XM, have yourself a great day.
See you Monday.
Everything Opie and Anthony. Visit opieandanthony.com. Instant feedback, daily show updates, thousands of photos and videos updated every day.
How many people have you bored with this?
Join the Best Network. Connect with other fans.
I'm into murders and executions.
Upload your own photos and embarrass yourself.
More cock pictures.
Yes!
No cock pics, please.
Visit opieandanthony.com.
Oh, that's it? Hey, we're here. It's Opie and Anthony. It's May 11th, 2007. We are live. I just want to say we're taking what happened on Wednesday very, very seriously. Very, very seriously. And we're listening to XM on this one, big time.
Yeah, we apologize to the public officials for comments that were made on the XM show on May 9th. And we do take very seriously the responsibility that comes with our creative freedom that we get here, and regret any offense that this segment has caused. Good afternoon, good morning. What the hell time is it?
It's 9:36 on the East Coast. It's the Opie and Anthony. It's the Opie and Anthony show on XM Satellite Radio. Jimmy, sorry.
Oh, Jimmy's mic wasn't on.
Updated stuff here.
Why wouldn't it be?
Simple as this. We're going home early today. I hope you understand.
Are we?
Yeah, and it's our decision. I mean, XM hasn't said go home early or anything.
Purpose.
We could pretty much go on as long as we want today. But it's tough to do a show right now.
I'm staying until 11.
Are you?
Yeah. I'm staying right to the end, doing the whole show. That's what I'm doing. Let's squeeze every second out of it.
So back in 1994.
Yes.
Opie and Anthony started there.
Illustrious
careers, yes.
So has anybody been to a good movie lately?
Oh, my God. I barely go anymore.
All right, well, how about this? Has anybody been to Steve's bag and gotten a good stolen film? I'm kidding, Steve.
It's not Steve.
He gets so mad when I do that.
Stop it.
I don't do that
because it's not Steve.
I don't do it. I've never given away a bootlegged movie in my life. No, you know what I want to see? That
he's Pete.
Was that 28 Days Later? Was that what? 28 Days. The zombie.
The old one?
No, the new one.
They got a new one?
The sequel. 28 Weeks.
Later.
Yeah, 28 Days was the stupid Sandra Bullock movie, isn't it? That's what I want to see. Where she gets sober. No, I want to see that zombie movie. That first one was really good. Any zombie movie, you got me.
Wait,
you got me at Zomb.
What's the stupid Sandra Bullock movie? She gets sober?
Yeah, that's one where, she goes into the program. And she's not like she goes into rehab. It's an old movie.
Oh, how about acting school? Does she go into that too?
Oof. Don't talk about my friend at the Ambassadors Club at the airport at LAX. My friend.
Did you say hi to her?
No. What am I going to say?
Why don't you say hi? I'm Anthony from.
Here's what a geeky jackass I am. Me and my girl sitting at one of the tables in the Ambassadors Club for American Airlines. And I go to the bathroom. As I'm walking back, I turn my head. Slowly, and then I turn it back, and I see Meg's looking at me. And she goes, "Oh, you're checking out Sandra Bullock." And I was like, "What?" She goes, "Sandra Bullock walked by." I go, "Really?" And she goes, "Yeah, you just turned your head and looked at her. Because you checked her out." And I was like, "No, I swear I didn't see her." And then it hit me. I go, "Oh, I was looking at the plane." There was a plane taxiing, and I was looking at the airplane.
That is more important in your life, by the way.
And you know something? I am such a geek that I just like watching airplanes taxiing and stuff. So I miss Sandra Bullock walking by me and checking her out because she was dressed a little slinky. She's a very tiny girl, by the way. I thought she was bigger than she is.
Was she with anyone or no?
Her people, but not with any guy or anything. She was walking to the bathroom. She just walked in. Oops!
She have security?
No. She kind of just... You're in the ambassador's club.
It's an airport, right?
Yeah. Did she have security?
I just caught myself. I'm acting like she's on 145th Street at 2 in the morning. Dope I am.
She's in a VIP club at an airport.
But I missed it.
Should be safe.
Yeah, she has there's cops all over the airport and whatever else there are.
My chick thought I was checking her out, though, and here I am looking at an aeroplane like a 7-year-old.
Did she buy it, though?
That I was looking at a plane?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think we all would, actually.
Yeah, I know. I'm a geek.
Hey, let's say hi to Nurse Heather. Nurse Heather.
Yes.
What's going on?
I was wondering if I could get a spot for the tournament next weekend.
Yeah, I think you can. How many we got to give away? We're doing the ONA poke... Huh?
25
we got 25 seats?
25 seats.
All right, for the next 25 callers who behave, you will get a spot at the ONA poker tournament next Saturday in Atlantic City.
Hey, Nurse Heather.
Yes.
Haven't we played on Full Tilt?
Possibly. I try not to play because I lose to you too much.
You play on Full Tilt, yeah. Yeah, we've had a few games on Full Tilt and Pal Talk at the same time, which is pretty funny. We get like 5 people from Pal Talk and then jump in a room all together and play. But occasionally one poor sap that isn't part of the group ends up at one of the tables, and then it's just, oof.
Yeah, right.
Oof. It's like 5 people against one unsuspecting guy that doesn't know that the other 5 are all talking to each other.
That doesn't sound legal.
It's called collusion, and it's illegal.
You could like make a lot of money doing that one player at a time, man.
You
one
bank
player at a time.
If you banked your money as a group,
right,
and then just divvied it up and didn't care who actually won, you're just knocking out one guy at a time to take the cash. Yeah, you could definitely chew some people apart.
Yeah. All right.
But I don't do that.
Well, where's the details in the poker tournament? Yeah.
I'm a good boy.
I'll find it myself.
Take all the time you need, Opie. No. Thumb through any papers you need to.
Except those. Let's see.
No. Those. Oh.
I can't find the info, Nurse Heather. We're a little out of sorts today, but we'll get you on the phone. We'll put you on hold, and we'll get you your info, and you'll join us next Saturday at Atlantic City, the Showboat.
Absolutely. I already got my room.
I believe it's going to be a huge turnout at the poker tournament and also at the ONA Traveling Virus Comic Tour this summer.
I wish I could go to the tournament. I'm going to be in Nashville. I'd really rather go to the tournament than Nashville.
$20,000 grand prize. That is awesome. And $100 to play, but Nurse Heather gets in for free. All right, hold on the line, Nurse Heather.
Nice. Free buy-in.
Very cool. There you go. All right, why don't we take a break?
Yeah. Are there any girls on Pal Talk flashing? I would like that.
I'd
love to see some breasts.
This is how distracted I am.
I know.
I haven't even looked.
See if we can get a jacker. We'll watch him. We'll laugh.
All right.
All right, we're going to break. We're going to regroup. We're going to try to figure out. We're going to try to figure out something on the spot here, and we'll continue.
Want a chance to win a seat at the ONA Poker Tournament Saturday, May 19th at the Showboat Hotel and Casino in Atlantic City? Skinny Little Travis is standing by to take your call right now at 866-WOW1-WOW. Call now.
Opie and Anthony are the latest shock jocks to hit it big.
Goddamn!
They are heavily into one thing.
Boobies.
Yes.
One of you, I don't know which one, said, then you can pull out your business.
It's junk. We're artists.
You present it as innocent, but I'm not so sure it is.
Screw you. We're artists.
Is there anything you won't do for ratings?
We are publicity whore bags. Publicity sluts. We're artists.
This is all about money. That's what it comes down to. Because you're mercenaries. I mean, aren't you mercenaries?
We're radio mercenaries, dickhead. We're artists.
We're entertainers. We're not psychologists. We're not doctors. We're not daycare workers.
We're artists.
So it's all on the parents, none on you.
None on us. We're artists.
None on us.
I'm scared. So be it. Fret no more. Just the cute pieces to prepare for more. So be it. Settle the score. Trust me again for the words that you will hear evermore.
All right, we're back with the Opie and Anthony show.
I'm reading a stat here. It says U.S. divorce rate lowest since 1970. And it's like you look at that and you're like, wow, marriages must be better. But it's just like people are not marrying the first person they bang.
Right. Yeah.
That's all it is.
Well, and people are getting married a lot later in their lives. You know, when my parents were growing up, they freaking in their very early 20s, they were getting married.
There was a thing that just used to happen years ago. People would date, woman would get pregnant, then they'd get married.
And
that's how my mommy and daddy got together.
Well, wonderful.
Lil Joe came about 7 months after my mommy and daddy got married.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That was not the norm back then. I'm sorry.
No.
Yeah, I mean, if you got pregnant out of wedlock, you moved to the wedlock town.
No, she got married.
I've heard stories of the wedlock town. You got married. I mean, you got pregnant and you weren't married. They sent you off to this town.
Sent you away.
It was a town of just pregnant. Well, you know what I'm going to say.
Pregnant little whore.
Well, yeah, maybe I know.
She's in boarding school.
Yeah.
We sent her away to boarding school.
Sure you did. Well, as you guys know, every Friday we like to eat our breakfast live on the show. So
it's Eat Your Breakfast Friday.
Oh, yeah.
On the Opie and Anthony
Honey
show.
Nut Cheerios.
I'm having a lovely smoothie, which I like to enjoy on a daily basis, even though it's Eat Your Breakfast Friday.
See, that's what's great about satellite radio. You can pretty much do whatever you want.
Just eat on the air.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have some smoothie. Hold on.
No ratings to worry about. They're gonna listen or they're not gonna listen.
Well, this is good.
Wake up there, Joey.
I'm actually eating another salad. With asparagus.
That's not another salad. That's the same salad you had yesterday.
No, you can't.
That's crazy, yeah.
Is it the same ingredients? You're eating very healthy, Jimmy.
You know why?
It's good to see.
I've been eating bad. I went like I through because my girlfriend eats just shit.
Does she?
Yeah, but
how does she stay in good shape?
I don't know. Depression. So I mean, it's like she can eat shit and be cool with it because she's 10 years younger than I am. So
I got the same thing going on with my girl.
I've seen your girl eat just chocolate and stuff. It doesn't affect her at all.
It doesn't, and she's like, have some dessert, have this. I'm like, I'm older than you, man. I can't anymore. There was a time I was like, I don't know, 120 pounds. I could eat whatever I want. Never gained a pound. Never. Now I have like dessert. It's ridiculous.
Goes right to my thighs.
Well, it does. But she doesn't understand that. Our metabolisms are completely different.
You know what I'll say to my girlfriend sometimes? I'll have a piece of cake. I'll say, moment on the lips, lifetime on the hips. And then we have a good laugh.
Oh, good gosh.
We have a good laugh, and then she sleeps with someone else, and I cry as she tells me how good it was. So, yeah, I've been trying to eat better because I just feel like a little fat lately, and I'm like, I want to lose like 10 pounds or 8 pounds this month if I can. Or 6 pounds.
I was going to get out of town tonight, but I feel like I need a laugh. I'm going to be at Caroline's tonight.
Yeah. Wow, you're going down to Caroline's.
And I heard Rob Bartlett's going to be there.
Yeah, I think he's stopping into one of the shows
stop by
to be supportive and say hello. And I love Bart. I want to see Bartlett in Chicago. He's actually he's a good actor. I saw him in...
Jesus, who else is showing up tonight? The Grease Man?
I do love Rob. We want to get him on a traveling virus date. I talked to Pete. Can we please try to make this happen?
Well, we know we got Larry the Cable Guy.
On all of them.
Well, we don't know all of them. But
except for...
Anthony gets freaked out when we say that.
I don't know. It just sounds like there's something shady about that.
Yes, there is.
Why is there...
Oh, okay.
Could you pull the audio? What's shady about it? Larry the Cable Guy goes, you have supported me over the years. I appreciate that. If I'm in the area, I will do one of your freaking dates. And we go, we can't afford you. We've heard. His paycheck is ridiculous, like $200,000 a show or something ridiculous. We're like, look, it's just our cute little comedy tour we're trying to get off the ground. He goes, you know what? Because of the support, if I'm in the area, I will get up on that stage.
See, that's it. If I'm in the area, it's vague.
Dude, you know
in
what?
In the area of the venue, of the city?
I'm hiring a detective.
Oh, you'll see.
And I'm going to be making lots of phone calls. You got his number, right?
Well, Larry just gave it to me. He goes, hey, man, you ever in Florida? I'm like, I'm not really, not often. He goes, well, man, if you're down there and you need anything, let me know. You want my number? I'm like, all right. She said, nice guy. Yeah. I've called him 31 times since then.
Have you?
Yeah. How much money are you making? How much a night?
For you?
Can you do our gigs? Can you help me get on TV? Do you know people at Comedy Central?
Would you open for him?
I don't know.
I think the crowd would be totally different, right?
My act was very aggressive. My act is dirty. It's you know what I mean? I don't know if I'm right for his audience. I mean, Larry's funny, but he's just a totally different vibe. He's laid back.
Yeah. Oh, that might trust those dopes. Anyway, can I move back slightly? So you got Larry the Cable Guy's cell number. It brings up something like we're in a position that every once in a while we get a celebrity's like personal number. Not the. Sometimes celebrities will give you a number and you like get excited and you call because there's a reason or whatever, and all of a sudden it's like a publicist or his manager, and I'll pass on the message type of thing. Right? But every once in a while you get a celebrity phone number, and you don't know when to use it.
I never do.
When do you? You never, ever do.
I saw Bob Saget out there in Long Island at the old Westbury Music Fair. It's called something else now. It's named after a bank or something. And he killed once again. He was in the round. We had a great time. Went backstage.
Bank.
He invited me, back to the city because of him and his his childhood friends and his family. They were all going out to dinner, and he wanted me to go with them. And he gives me his cell number, and now I don't know when to use it.
Did you go out to dinner with him?
He really wants to hang. He's like, call me anytime.
Did you go to dinner?
No, I forgot what was going on, but no. It was really late. I think we left Long Island 11:30 at night.
It would just kind of be like, hi, Bob.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How you doing?
All right.
Bob?
Yeah.
Hi, it's Opie. How you doing?
Why fake it? Hold on, Matt.
Oh, no.
I was doing...
Oh, no, you
because people don't believe
Don't call Bob.
Hold on, let me just do your rock. Hi, Bob.
I got it. It's ringing.
He's in L.A.
Carry on a conversation. Oh, it is. It's very early.
This is even better. Waking him up.
Carry on a conversation like you would.
Yeah.
You're not on the air. Just say hi.
Tell me you need some money.
I want to see what you would tell me you need some money. Try to borrow money off of Bob Saget.
Oh, it's just ringing and ringing and ringing. He probably gave me his number.
He's laying there going,
uh-oh.
Yeah, you got a message?
I got his thing.
You gonna leave a voicemail?
Oh, yeah, of course.
Oh, hi, this is Bob Saget.
Bob, this is Opie from the Opie and Anthony Show. Remember you gave me your cell number backstage at your show on Long Island? Well, I just wanted to call to say hi. And I was wondering, I don't know, maybe we could become friends or something. If you could call me back and we could just chat about whatever you want, that would be really nice. All right. Hope you're doing well.
Does he have your number?
Do you have my number? Yes, he does. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I remember giving it to him. Yeah, you have my number, so, I don't know. Give me a call sometime.
Give me a jingle.
I'd love to hang out.
Give me a jingle. That always sounds Hollywood.
Give me a jingle?
Yes, give me a jingle.
Oh, give me a jingle when you get a chance, okay? And I did tell you how great you were at the show on Long Island, and we look forward to you on the ONA Travel Virus Comedy Tour. But you know that.
So
I don't call to talk about business. We're now pals. So give me a call when you get a chance. All right, Chief?
What? I hope your family's...
Yeah, I hope your family's doing very well. Tell them I said hi. I met your lovely daughter. She seems like a terrific girl, unaffected by your filth. And,
well, that's good. No, that's good. That's friendly.
Yeah.
Give me a buzz.
Give me a buzz sometime, all right? All right, Bob. Take care. Bye.
Nothing better than someone using up all your beef time.
By the way, I did leave that.
You left that on Bob Saget's
I didn't hang
cell
up.
phone.
I have Al Sharpton's cell. I never had the guts to use it.
Wow.
I do have Sharpton's cell number.
We'll steer clear of that one.
No, but I mean, I never...
You still have it?
Yep.
Let's call him.
All right.
I tease because I love.
I would call him. Why not? I would just say hi.
Why not?
Well, he apologized for what he said recently, and I truly think an apology is good enough for me.
Isn't it amazing, though, how, he's so awful about one thing, and then he does something which just kind of almost purposefully just trashes somebody else's religion, and it's like, all right, sorry.
Yeah, and then please make this go away. Pretty much it. Oh, is that the story? What are you doing? You got to go to the bathroom?
Thanks, sweetie. Oh,
what? People are going
Paris, Paris may not serve full sentence.
Ah, see? Come on.
She could spend 3 weeks behind it, or
They spend far less than her 45 days in county jail.
I'm going to guess like 2 weeks.
Wouldn't it be funny if someone set her up for a murder in jail and she had to do 30 years? Think that would make the news?
It's possible that it could be only 21, 22, 23 days. As for overcrowding, our jails are bursting at the seam, and some women inmates have been released after only serving 10% of their sentences because of overcrowding. Yeah, wouldn't you rather have somebody in there that's really done something horrible and is a menace to society than Paris Hilton? I mean, really. Until she does something where she really... What does she do? Violating probation. Oh, she DWI'd? Yeah, okay. She might have done something bad then.
Yeah.
Oh, what are you doing?
What?
Oh, what are you doing?
Wait, what's the development? There's a fire on some kind of island?
Oh, God.
Yeah, 1,200 people getting off Catalina Island. There's some kind of a big fire.
Yeah. Big fire in Los Angeles. Los Angeles
is that LA?
Just burning. Catalina Island is off the coast of...
LA.
Not LA.
So I just shouted like
LA and San Diego somewhere.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, it's kind of between LA and San Diego.
Oh.
It's kind of off there somewhere. 45 miles out to sea. Santa Catalina is waiting for me. I think that's something like that. I have no idea.
I am loving this stupid vitamin water Dr. Ian recommended.
Really?
You never had vitamin water before?
I was afraid it was full of sugars.
Damn, Jimmy.
People wonder which one is my real laugh. I just gave it to you. That's the real one right there. Not the one that I use to keep things going, you asses.
I hate that my chick has figured out a way, because I always do Uncle Paul. It just gives her the creeps.
You don't like that voice.
No, but she does an awful character named Vera.
Vera?
Vera's an older Jewish woman, and Vera kind of talks like that, and she's really throaty, and Vera finds Uncle Paul to be endearing and sweet and just ignores his sexual preferences and just can't get enough of him, and it just gives Uncle Paul the creeps, and there's nowhere to go. Oh, Paul, stop it. We have such a weird relationship.
You have to become other people to talk to each other.
You don't understand. We do that all the time. We have full conversations.
As other people.
Oh, yeah. What are you, Vera, get away. Where's your kid? Stop it. Oh, Paul, you're such a crazy one. And we just do that to each other.
Play act in your living room?
No, while we're laying there.
Ew.
What do you do, like improv?
Do you have sex in character?
No. Well, yeah, yes, we do.
Well, you know what I'm
No, you're right. No, I'm saying we do, actually. She's the nice girl, and I'm the Lakers.
Hey, by the way, before we continue here, Stephen from Bayshore, yes, hey, a big happy birthday today, the big 40 for Stephen S. from Bayshore.
Oh,
very, very
yes,
cool.
of course.
Happy birthday, Stephen. We'll see you at F.H. Riley's this weekend.
How could we have forgotten?
Wait, your birthday's today. His birthday's today. My brother, Brett, who owns F.H. Riley's, of course, 400 New York Avenue in the heart of Huntington Village, and his twin brother, Quinn.
Yeah.
Not many people know Brett is a twin.
I didn't know that.
You didn't know that?
I know them, and I didn't know that.
They don't even know it anymore. They have such separate lives. I think they even forgot they're twins.
Totally different.
Completely different. Yeah. No problems or anything like that. Just look completely different and have very different lives. So happy birthday to my brothers, Brett and Quinn.
Happy birthday. Now that it's Happy Birthday Friday. That's out of the way. Steve, Steve from Bayshore? A little trivia question.
Yeah.
Well, not a question anymore, but a little trivia. Steve from Bayshore is the one that gave me my cat, Jack.
Really?
Yes. Yeah. Gave me 2 cats, actually.
He likes
cats? But one had to go.
What'd you do with the one that had to go?
Boot out the door with you. No, a friend took it.
What was wrong with the other cat?
The other one was
cats are like
crazy.
Cats could be either beyond cool or just a nightmare. There's no in between, by the way.
Jack is one of those completely cool cats, but Jack's brother was maniacal, demon cat, had to go. Like, after 2 days, I was like, okay, this one stays, this one goes.
Really?
Yep, that's it. Goodbye.
Does Jack sleep with you?
Pack your bags. Jack will jump up on the bed and then smack your face.
Yeah.
And then when I go into the bathroom and brush my teeth, Jack gets up on the sink and sticks his head under the water that's coming out of the faucet. Not to drink it, the top of his head. And then he'll smack at the water, and then he'll jump on my girlfriend in the bed with wet paws. He's hysterical.
Sounds like Jack's a little slow.
Jack might be a little bit slow.
Oh, when an animal's slow, who's
Does
looking?
it matter?
Who's looking? It's just adorable.
You know something? Animals with mental disabilities are lovable.
Do you know my girlfriend Tina years ago had a cat named Jingles?
Jingles!
And Jingles, there was something wrong with its nervous system. And walked. Like, you ever see Awakenings when De Niro was doing the walk when he's going back in? Like,
yeah.
That was how this cat walked. Jingle, it was a vicious.
Poor little Jingles.
Fuck Jingles. Jingles was awful. I used to pet Jingles and it would attack me. I'd be like, hi! Look. What's the matter with you? Dude, what a shitty animal that was.
There's nothing worse than a cat that when you're petting it and it's going... and then just sinks its teeth into you for no reason.
They're out of their minds.
They stink. I love them.
And they got that move that they do where they grab you with the front paws, bite you, and then do that jackrabbit thing upside down with their back claws and just shred you like a paper shredder. That's a great move for a cat.
Yeah.
Humans can't do that.
No, you
just look silly.
Yeah.
One of my favorite bits that Jimmy does. Are you still
I try to fight like that, and I get beat up all the time.
You know why I don't have claws? That's because I always wear bunny slippers.
and you scrape at people, and they punch you, and it hurts.
Are you still doing the bird bit?
No, I forgot that existed.
Oh, my God. It's one of my favorite Jim Norton bits of late.
Oh, thank you. I forgot about that.
You got to work that into the HBO.
I know. I just forget.
I'm thinking,
I
man.
Scared.
I forget.
And then now you got the cat thing, which could be nice, too, man.
And I had a bit on the Emperor Penguins, which I forgot to do.
You fucking zoo jokes?
Well, no, I wasn't doing that one. I had an Emperor.
Tell you about hear about the polar bear and the...
My Emperor Penguin bit was funny.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got some laughs. Of course, it was typical of what I would do at a bit like that.
Of course.
Make it ridiculous and stupid.
And disgusting.
Yeah.
Are we talking about cats?
Suspected.
I don't know. We really
Yes, we were having a cat conversation.
Yeah.
Isn't that nice?
Yeah.
Well, people have cats. We're trying to relate to a wider audience today. Wider audience. I think we have a lot more people listening maybe today.
You really think so?
Yeah, a few.
Hey, my brother has a restaurant. It's F.H. Riley's, 400 New York Avenue in the heart of Huntington Village, and I'll be there this weekend buying a lot of pests, a lot of beer. A lot of beer this weekend.
Jimmy Norton's going to be at Caroline's.
That's right, Anthony.
This weekend. And then, of course, we got the comedy tour.
Hey, are we allowed to mention peopleagainstcensorship.com, though?
Yeah, I think so.
Is that the website, People Against Censorship?
Yeah.
The pests took it upon themselves to start an organization.
They made an organization.
They really did. So, People Against Censorship gets a plug today,
Happy
too.
Typing Girl's at the forefront of that.
I know.
She's like the spokeswoman.
Yep.
Been on the news. I saw her on the news.
She was good, too. Not like usually our fans.
Yeah.
Usually drunk. The Virginia Tech graduation is tonight.
Yeah.
Oh, is it?
That's going to be a tearjerker.
Yeah, I'm sure they'll cover it.
Yeah.
I mean,
I'm hoping they cover it, and I'm hoping it's a 12-hour ceremony.
You know what I like? I like the fact that they threw the reporters out. They threw the reporters out.
Did they?
That's what I like. Yeah, they gave like the reporters enough time to kind of hang out, do the news story when the shootings happened, and then told them, okay, get out.
Well, maybe
we're done with you.
Maybe after they spend so much time showing Cho's video on the networks, maybe the Virginia Tech just had enough.
Yeah,
they got what they needed out of that video. That's unfortunate.
That's what they were doing, and then
the students told them to leave, and they're like, "Yeah, we'll leave." And the only reason they left is like, "Yeah, we got what we wanted from the situation."
No, you know what? They were starting to really look like vultures. They were chasing students around the campus, asking them, the same question over and over again, and they finally just said, "Look, leave. We don't want you here." And that's what they were saying on the news, to the news. They were saying, look, leave. And they looked like bad guys, so they packed up their cameras, got out of Dodge.
That graduation ceremony is just going to be brutal.
Yep. Yeah, I know.
Brutal. Could you imagine?
I don't like watching stuff like that. Too depressing.
When I graduated college, just a basic graduation, it was downright depressing because you're thinking about all the memories and you're moving on with your life. And then you got this as well. Wow.
Yeah.
Dude, I cried with my girlfriend watching on Golden Pond.
Oh,
ugh.
Jesus.
I am a fruit.
That is awful.
You want my knight in shining armor? That's my stupid girlfriend crying.
I got lost.
Nah, I laughed at that.
Did you?
No.
Oh, did you? Kind of chuckle with his fishing hat.
Yeah.
Good to hear.
Good to hear. Good to hear. Good times. Good times.
Good times.
We've got...
it was good times.
Yeah.
Hey, why don't we take another break? Too much email coming in that we got to
sort through?
Yeah.
I've got stupid in stereo.
The Opie and Anthony Show.
All right. Look, here's the deal, man. We're signing off for today. We got some phone calls to get to and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Look, man, we just.
But and then
we'll get to this.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Not much we could say or do right now, so just hang in there. All right. Where did Jimmy go?
I don't know.
Who's that?
Who?
Who's that guy? Oh, who is that?
Cable guy.
Oh.
Cable guy? Is it really? Sounds like an excuse.
No, really.
The cable guy.
Land Shark.
You hook up illegal cable? No?
Stupid me, being a little paranoid today. Just the cable guy?
Cable guy.
Oh, crap.
He's got like a Velcro cable guy thing on. He rips it off. No.
All right, so why don't we get out of here? Jimmy's already left, I guess.
Did Jimmy leave? Jimmy went to go. I know where he's going. He's got that baby
Where's Jimmy?
Bird bladder.
Kenny's still here. What's up, Kenny?
Hummingbird bladder. Oh, Kenny on third mic.
I just like to sit here and look at my two favorite people.
Aw. Thank you, Kenny.
You're welcome.
Now, you're not going to be joining us for poker? or
No, unfortunately, I cannot figure out how to be in two places at once.
Oh.
So I have to finish up Little Jimmy's HBO project.
Mm-hmm.
So, and he's going to be in Nashville that weekend.
Right. Catch Jimmy Norton in Nashville.
Yeah.
Just drive around and look for him.
At the improvisation.
Oh. There he is.
Your phone's ringing.
Uh-oh. Who is it? Is it Bob Saget?
Hello. Yeah.
No? I thought it was Bob Saget. Is it?
Yeah, sure. That's all right.
Is it? Oh, boy. Who's that? Bob Saget.
Nah. Anyway. We gotta go.
Yeah. Well.
Meetings.
Your mom's big day is Sunday. It's Mother's Day. I want to wish all the mothers out there a happy Mother's Day.
Yeah, don't you say it. All right, listen, we're gonna go.
No.
Have a great Mother's Day. If you're around, come to Caroline's this weekend. If not, go to F.H. Riley's, and we'll see you Monday morning.
Mm-hmm. There you go. Simple and sweet and to the point.
That's it.
Guys, thank you so much for the support.
And more importantly, when you're at Caroline's, buy my shit. That's the correct word for it.
Hawking your goods.
It's all garbage.
I mean, you can say what you want. Instant feedback. Certainly not getting to us today. You know.
No line of the day?
I understand the real fans. They understand. Trust me. I know you guys understand.
Oh, don't read that.
No.
Oh, don't
say whatever the hell you want.
Oh, shut that monitor off.
All I'm saying is say what the hell you want. Not one was read. So, all right, guys. Thank you. We'll see you guys on Monday.
See you Monday.
All right. Bye.
The current It Boys of FM Talk are the New York-based duo of Opie and Anthony. And the talk is racy and raw at times, pushing the limits as far as they can.
Show your hairy pork chop. My mother smokes crack rocks. I'm for drunk teens. What are you kidding?
How about I lay you down and give you a little bukkake? We laugh.
We're gonna have a disgusting body fluid blowout.
Gay porn.
Hey, could you soap up your bad place?
The sluttier the better. I would definitely be willing to have sex with you if we both already had AIDS.
It's certainly not your father's talk radio.